Thank you very much, Joel. We are all posted up finally, and we are broadcasting live from Burlington, Kansas, within the gymnasium here in the Burlington Middle School, home of the Wildcats, the hosting team of the 33rd Annual Burlington Invitational Tournament. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to night number 2 of the Burlington Invitational, where our Lady Grizzlies, on the loser's side of the bracket, will be taking on Sabetha. Just under 3 minutes until starters and tip-off here. We got a bit late of a setup due to the previous game and waiting for the prior broadcast crew to get their stuff broken down, but we are finally on the air and ready for another evening of Grizzly basketball. Originally, this tournament was going to be played not tonight, but tomorrow and Saturday, but due to weather coming in, we find ourselves here tonight, and then, at least for the moment, sure seems like games are going to be played tomorrow as well. Dad, glad to be here. Hopefully Grizzlies can get back on track against a Sabetha team that struggled this year too.
Yeah, I thought the other night the Grizzlies played a great game against Independence. I believe I heard this week the Independence girls, of course, they're undefeated, and I think they were ranked 5th in 4A state of Kansas. And at halftime, we were just down a couple to them. The problem we had, of course, wasn't our defense, but our ability or inability to score some points. So the Grizzlies, if we can bring that same defensive effort and a better job screening out and rebounding, and then maybe just put some more points on the board, we can walk out here tonight with a victory. So feel good about it.
The Lady Grizzlies, the 6th seed coming into the tournament, they did lose on Tuesday. 44-18 was the final score, but at halftime, it was only 12-9 in favor of Independence. So a 32-9 point differential in the second half. The Lady Grizzlies, of course, could not overcome that and lost 44-18, putting themselves in the losing side of the bracket, which means that they will play in the middle school, of course, both this evening as well as tomorrow. For Sabetha, Sabetha lost to the undefeated number 2 seed Burlington Lady Cats on Tuesday evening, which leads to this clash of Labette County, who is 3-8, and Sabetha, who is 2-9 at this particular point this evening. So two teams who have labored this season, at least as far as finishing results are concerned, the record. Going to try to go at it tonight and put a win in the column for their respective schools. Labette County is going to be in their road black uniforms with red trim and red Grizzlies across the chest. Sabetha is going to be in white uniforms, and I believe that says Lady Jays across the chest in navy with navy trim as well. Public address announcer getting the subtle atmosphere on tap for us. But after this game, our Grizzly boys play Burlington, who lost to Ottawa in the first round on Tuesday. So you have to imagine that the home crowd will fill in this middle school, which will feel a little weird because usually Burlington wins the first round and plays on their high school floor. So that'll be weird when the boys game rolls around. But
yeah,
starters being named off for both of these teams. We will start with the Labette County Lady Grizzlies. Starting tonight for Labette County is going to be number 13, a senior, Amelia Carnahan. Number 21, a freshman, Peyton Davis. Number 24, another senior, Keely Good. And I believe, yes, Kaylin McCoy is back tonight in action. She is suited up, but McKinley Baker, the sophomore, is going to get the start for the second game in a row. And then the 5th and final starter for Labette County, number 40, another senior, Amory Baker. So for the Lady Grizzlies again, it's Carnahan, Davis, Good, and then McKinley Baker and Amory Baker. Starting for Sabetha this evening, the Lady Blue Jays, we'll call them the Lady Jays tonight. Number 4, a 5'7" senior, Chloe Detweiler. Number 11, a 5'7" senior, Krista Minold. Number 15, a 5'7" junior, Paxton Michael. Number 24, a 5'11" junior, Macy Drahota. and number 33, a 5'11 junior, Sydney Schubarth. Head coach for Sabetha, Rachel Wurtenberger, and for Labette County, Brianna Vollmer. All 10 athletes about to waltz their way onto the hardwood here in the middle school. Labette County, the 6th seed in the tournament, Sabetha, the 7. Winner will play at 6:40 p.m. tomorrow evening, and the loser will play at 3:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. So 3 games guaranteed. I don't think it was always that way, the Burlington tournament, but it certainly is now. So all teams involved are guaranteed 3 games throughout the week. Here we go. Sabetha wins the tip and claims the first possession of the contest.
Looks like the Grizzlies are going to open up in that man-to-man, so applying a lot of pressure right off the bat here.
Keely Good giving them fits here. Sabetha had the ball near the 3-point line, and within moments the pressure pushed it back near the half-court line. So the defense for Labette County certainly looks to have risen to the occasion tonight and gets a steal. Amory Baker in a passing lane, and here come the Grizzlies.
And that first possession, Sabetha looked anything but comfortable, so hopefully that's an indication of how tonight's going to go.
Amory Baker in traffic, put one up and drew the foul. So Amory Baker, who gets to the line often, finds herself there within 30 seconds of the game starting. Her first free throw is in.
It'd be nice to see Amory get active tonight, get a lot of looks inside. One thing we talked about is we have to put some points up to win ball games.
Second free throw for the Grizzlies senior, bangs off the heel of the rim and tumbles into the hands of Drahota. Left wing, she's got it. On the left to right action, that's the way the Lady Jays are working the floor. Labette County right to left. Second round of the tournament, losing side of the bracket here in the middle school. Lady Jays still working it around the black 3-point line. No bump foul called on Davis. Amory Baker came to play defense, bats a ball, but Sabetha maintains.
Yeah,
Detweiler,
right
sorry. 3-point shot, right wing, off the mark for Michael. Rebound, McKinley Baker.
Yeah, I was just going to compliment our defense again. They're all jumping to the ball and just really playing spun up here defensively. So right now the Grizzlies looking really solid.
6:40 to play, first quarter. Labette County 1, Sabetha 0. Amory Baker got caught holding the ball in a weak position, and Minold took it away.
Yeah, you dangle that ball in front of them, they're going to knock it out of your hands, so got to keep it moving.
Michael kicks out to Drahota. Deep in the corner goes the basketball to Minold. She'll penetrate. Short pass to Detweiler. She's a good player. Off the glass, missed it. Tipped about. Keely Good gets the rebound.
Something we talked about last week we did so well is rebounding better defensively. Right there, Sabetha gets one shot. The Grizzlies got the rebound.
Active hands from the Lady Jays. Pokes the ball out. But Labette County will inbound underneath their own basket, leading just 1-0 with 6:10 to play in the first quarter. Carnahan tries to inbound it to Amory Baker, and it goes off her fingers out of bounds, kind of puts her fingers near her temples in frustration.
Yeah, we just struggling and trying so hard to score points. It's probably making it harder than it needs to be.
Here's a foul right in front of the Labette County Grizzly bench. Coach Vollmer pacing back and forth, arms crossed, barking out orders. A winnable game here tonight for her team. Kaylin McCoy's going to check in, as I did get word she was sick on Tuesday. We kind of guessed that's what it was.
Yeah.
So she was under the weather, checking in for the first time this week. McKinley Baker takes a breather for her.
Thankfully, that was just about a 24-hour thing. A lot of this stuff's been keeping kids out for a week.
6 minutes to play. First quarter, Sabetha 0, Labette County 1 point from senior Amory Baker at the free throw line, of course. Lady Jays trying to poke it inside, and they do to Schubarth, and she'll score.
Yeah, I got to compliment her on that. She stayed with it. We got a little block. Peyton Davis got a hand on that, but Sabetha player put it right back up and in.
Lady Jays snatch a lead, 2-1. Lady Grizzlies trying to work the ball around the 3-point line, and Keely Good went to back cut. Davis didn't realize that and threw it to the Sabetha bench. Turnover.
Yeah, that's been one of our Achilles this year, is kind of throwing the ball away. So, again, have to continue to work on valuing each possession.
Davis giving Michael fits in the full court press, but she'll throw it up ahead to Schubarth. Here's a pass poked out. We've had a lot of those early. Lady Jays will keep an inbound from the far corner.
Looks like the Grizzlies are going to go to a zone, maybe on an inbounds underneath. That's kind of normal.
Inbounds goes to Drahota. Entry pass, good hands from Keeley Good, pokes it away. Davis picks it up and is fouled right away. I believe that's going to be on Manold.
Yeah, Keeley Good. Yeah, she's played really well so far defensively, really active up top, and have knocked away a few balls actually.
Carnahan to initiate, entry pass poked, but Labette County keeps. Fortunately, they're looking for Kaylin McCoy inside. They get it to her, loses it in between her legs, and Sabetha picks it up off the deck. Here they come left to right.
Yeah, once that ball gets down that low, it's hard to really gather it with that many bodies in there.
Three-point shot left wing, misses strong. Keeley Good with a rebound, but it's going to be a jump ball. So nice extra effort there at the end of the play from Manold, but the possession arrow gives it to Labette County. Here comes Jackie Scholl for the first time tonight. Keeley Good is going to get a drink on the bench.
See if the Grizzlies can't string together a nice little offensive possession here in a bucket.
Carnahan square up three, no. McCoy there off the glass, got it. And Labette County's first field goal comes from a player who was absent on Tuesday, Kaylin McCoy.
Yeah, sure enough, and that could be some nice offense in the paint from Kaylin right there.
Sabetha in some trouble in a press from Labette County, forcing a timeout from Coach Wurtenberger. Our first timeout we'll take with him, 30 seconds from Burlington.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Labette County active hands. Peyton Davis with a steal, so the timeout did not cure the ailments for Sabetha. Trying to go against the Grizzly press, and Jackie Scholl misses barely on a three. And here come the Lady Jays. It's 2-3 Labette County. Low-scoring game halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, once again, though, another great defensive effort there by Labette County. We just have to turn those into some points off some of those transitions.
Another steal. McCoy kind of disrupted the pass, but Jackie Scholl picked it up and picks her dribble up and finds McCoy. A little jumper, no. Rebound snatched out of the air by Raylan Lanter, a 5'11 sophomore, first time in the game.
Yeah, I like seeing Kaylin, no hesitation from shooting out front. She's got a great shot.
Hayden Jackman, who checked in as well, misses a floater, and this ball's going to be tipped out by Sabetha, and Labette County will have possession. Into the game for Labette County is McKinley Baker and Keeley Good, and Sophia Haverkamp comes in for the Blue Jays. So a few substitutions for both head coaches in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, Coach Balmer continues to really mix it up with some different girls and different sets, so I like that.
Peyton Davis, three-point shot off the window, misses. Lady Jays trying to run the floor, and a travel called on Haverkamp. Turnover, Lady Jays. Two teams appear to be kind of similar in areas of struggle and strength.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. They've had a few turnovers that maybe our pressure's created, but a few of them I think they're just a little tight right now, a little sped up, and just kind of giving the Grizzlies a couple of opportunities to potentially score here.
Grizzlies in a half-court set with a 1-point lead, 3-minute mark, first quarter. Keeley Good catch and shoot three, misses. Jackie Scholl is there, is stripped of possession, out of bounds, off Sabetha. Labette County keeps.
Tell you right now, the Grizzlies aren't afraid to try to put it up. I guess we were talking driving in tonight. You know, you take kind of what the defense gives you, and we've had some open looks outside. Just haven't gotten anything to go down yet.
Jackie Schulte inbound, throws to the safety outlet, Peyton Davis. Entry pass, McKinley Baker. Doesn't like what she has, flips out to Keeley. McCoy free throw line, one extra. McKinley Baker at the hole, barely missed it, but what a good look from the sophomore.
Yeah, nice feed in there, and then a good quick spin and shot. You'll make most of those, so that was a good possession.
Long two-point basket put up and missed from Lanter, and a jump ball as multiple bodies hit the deck. Will keep it with the Lady Jays.
Yeah, something else I've seen so far in the first quarter is the officials are kind of letting them play. They've got complete control of the game, but they haven't just really, over called fouls.
Our boys are set to tip off after this, which is usually a little later than the scheduled 8:15 mark, so perhaps these officials have it in the back of their mind. Let's not be entirely strict, but just call a good, clean game tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty late nights here in Burlington. Two-point basket up and in from Raylan Lanter gives Sabetha a 1-point lead.
Yeah, that was nice. She drove and got a nice high percentage shot. The Grizzlies need some of those too. Need to try to work it in.
2 minutes, first quarter. Grizzlies down a point. Foul here. Aggressive defense from Hayden Jackman is going to get a whistle and a foul placed upon her. 3 team fouls on Sabetha, 1 on Labette County. 5 on the floor for Coach Vollmer after some subs are Kylie Roberts as well as Millie Carnahan, Keely Good, McKinley Baker, and Amory Baker. Grizzlies in black uniforms, Sabetha in white. Playing here in the middle school, second night of the tournament. Roberts into the game and nearly in the basket, but it dribbled out at the last second for Kylie's little floater. And Sabetha has the ball. This official down here right below us, he was one of the officials at the Iola game.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, he called that foul I'd never seen before with the tripping symbol, kind of how he.
Oh, yeah.
Can't even explain it, but he did a good job.
1:40 left in the first quarter. The Grizzlies trail 4-3. Real similar game to even Tuesday's contest. It was low scoring and sleepy. I'm sure the lid will come off at some point. 3-point shot missed from Sabetha, and a putback from Drahota is no good, but she's fouled, and I think in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws for the Blue Jays junior.
Yeah, both teams not afraid to shoot right now. Sabetha shot 3 threes in the first quarter, and Labette County 4, so they put up 7 3-pointers.
First free throw in. 5-3 Sabetha. Aaron Dickens into the contest for Keely Good, and Peyton Davis comes in as well. Coach Vollmer throws in a last-second decision to toss in the freshman.
Yeah, I like her mixing it up. You know, sometimes when you do that, a certain vibe will kind of click for a little bit, so it just gives you some different opportunities to have some chemistry.
Boy, what a play underneath. Raylan Lanter scores it. Amory Baker had the rebound off the missed free throw, and Lanter ripped it away and scored. So Sabetha up 4. Amory Baker misses a tough shot underneath in the paint, but Labette County keeps it alive. Carnahan in the corner.
I like that, though. Amory could have drawn a foul there. I don't know if there was one, but it was a good shot.
Grizzlies throw it away, and then a foul right after on Labette County, matching Sabetha's 3 team fouls. They're going to get Amory Baker her first personal. Coach Vollmer pulls her out right away. With 58 seconds to play in the opening period, Sabetha leads Labette County 7-3. Here's an intercepted pass by Kaylin McCoy. 2-on-1 advantage Grizzlies. Carnahan, nice fake, layup good.
Millie does that so well, that little fake pass and then that little Euro step lay in. So that's how we have to score buckets.
Blue Jays at the rim, missing but getting fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Lanter. She's played really well for them. Leads all scorers with 4 points and looking for 5 and 6 points here at the line.
I think Millie just a little upset over that foul there. One of those adamant body reactions that she didn't touch the girl kind of thing, so just frustrated her.
Well, yeah, whenever you know as the player that you did not commit something and it's called, it just really eats at you a little bit because you know you didn't do it. Missing both free throws is Lanter. Poked out of bounds is the rebound by the Blue Jays. So Labette County has possession, down 2 points. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the second personal foul on Millie Carnahan. And here's a blocking foul on Sabetha pretty quickly. Olivia Lang, a senior, checked into the game. As I believe I'm reading that correctly, 2 personal fouls on number 13, which is Amelia Carnahan.
Yeah. Really liking Kylie Roberts starting to play more and more aggressive, catching the ball, and looks like we got an offensive foul here.
Before the ball could get inbounded, Labette County committed a crime, and it's called out. Sabetha has the ball, no shot clock, 25 seconds left, first quarter.
Be nice here for the Grizzlies to get a stop. It's just always good to have some momentum each quarter.
Travel called here. I didn't quite see that one on Hayden Jackman. Labette County is granted an extra possession, trailing by 2, 19 seconds in a pretty ugly first quarter.
Yeah, both teams never fully settled in offensively, so let's see what the Grizzlies can do here.
Roberts for the lead in the corner, misses off the front rim. Aaron Dickens fights. Ooh, near travel on Scholl. No whistle on that one. Labette County still has the ball. Never mind. No, they don't. A steal. Haverkamp, 2 seconds. Dump down. Shot no good at the buzzer. At the end of one, Labette County trails Sabetha 5-7. Let's step aside for 1 minute, and when we return, we'll have the second quarter.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans. We're live from Burlington, Kansas, here in the middle school. Start of the second quarter, Labette County trails Sabetha 7-5 in the ladies' contest. The Grizzlies pitch it in to Kaylin McCoy. Aaron Dickens squares up a 3 and barely misses. Roberts' putback is blocked, but she's fouled. Kylie has a chance to tie the game.
Yeah, Kylie doing a good job getting in position. If could have just got that shot off a little quicker, she might have been able to lay that in. But good defensive hands there by Sabetha, too.
First free throw clanks off the backside of the rim. McKinley Baker in for Jackie Scholl. Stoppage of play. Oh, I see. There's an official over at the scores table. And so they're getting something changed over there.
Clarifying who the foul was on.
Oh, it was on Schubarth. I think I heard him correct it. That's her first personal. So Kylie at the line to shoot one to get the deficit to 1 and misses that one as well. And this rebound goes off the foot of Sabetha. And Labette County, another silver platter handed over.
Yeah, that was very fortunate. The Grizzlies get an extra possession, which it all comes down to how many possessions.
Davis airballs a 3, and Sabetha will have the ball. Boy, sluggish game.
Yeah, we're 0 for 6 from 3 points, so they're either going to start falling or we need to work it inside as best we can.
Sabetha with the ball in a 7-5 contest. 7 minutes and 30 seconds until the intermission. 3-point shot for the Blue Jays. Misses. Rebound fought for. Dickens comes away with it for the Grizzlies. One of those many players we have that does the little things right and well.
Yeah, Erin is. She's one of our hustlers out there, so it's so important to have those players on the floor.
McKinley Baker looking to make a play. Misses on the turnaround. Valiant effort from the sophomore. Sabetha rebounds it and is in prison. And they are going to say off the Blue Jays, no, a correction is made, and it will be Labette County ball. Probably the right correction there.
Yeah, if you watch McKinley after that shot, man, she went straight after it to try to rebound it and then defend. So that's a really good constant effort out of Baker.
Sabetha inbounds the basketball and is looking to work left to right. Up by 2 points. Neither team has scored through the first minute of the second period. However, a 3-point shot from Drahota misses. Rebound Blue Jays and a foul on Labette County. Another pair of free throws approaching. Michael at the line this time.
Well, looks like these teams are going to have to rely maybe on making some free throws to get some points scored. So, like you said earlier, these are two pretty even teams, and offenses are just having a kind of a sluggish time getting going.
First free throw no good for Michael, and she will get one more with 6:40 remaining in the second quarter. It is good. Hit the backside, went real high, and fell down for the first point of the second quarter for either team. 8-5. Lady Jays, 6.5 minutes till halftime.
Like they're going to play as in kind of a 1-2-2 matchup zone, I think.
Floater from Carnahan misses. She's fighting. McKinley Baker gets a rebound, throws it out of a heap of bodies, and it's collected by Sabetha. Here they come. Minold. One more pass, downhill drive, Drahota, not contested, but missed it, and it's out of bounds off of Schubarth. Labette County dodging bullets and not playing particularly well on the offensive end.
Yeah, we did dodge a bullet there. She just split the seam and went in for a layup, just hit it too hard off the backboard. So we'll take that that little interruption and luck for Sabetha there.
Amory Baker in the paint, double team, punches out of it. Carnahan corner. Kylie Roberts three. No. Rebound fought for and a foul on the floor on Sabetha. Could hear the officials say it's going to be black ball, and Labette County donning those black uniforms tonight. So Kylie Roberts will throw it in for the Grizzlies right in front of the Sabetha bench. And here comes Ginger Weathers for the first time today. And we have a timeout called by Coach Vollmer. Hopefully she can draw something up that will spark some life on the offensive end. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Low-scoring, drowsy affair here in the middle school. Labette County trails Sabetha 8-5 with 5:50 remaining in the second quarter. Fresh out of a Labette County timeout, we will see if any life was breathed into the lungs of this Grizzly offense.
We definitely need to see the ball go in the hole a couple times and maybe get some momentum going offensively. Maybe that's what we need.
Amory Baker calling for it, gets it, might have traveled before the shot. She did. Right idea. She would have scored if a dribble was thrown in there.
Yep, that's what we need to kick it in and let her kind of battle down in there with the bigs.
Sabetha quickly the other way, underneath the basket, blocked by Baker and Scholl, and a diving effort kind of out of bounds from Jackie, but not quite successful, so Sabetha will maintain possession. Here comes freshman Davis for the Grizzlies in for Scholl. Coach Vollmer anxiously watching on, knowing this is a game that Labette County could very well win, which she coaches intensely every game, let me make that clear. Here's an interception from Peyton Davis, right to left. Can she complete it? You bet she can. Labette County draws within one.
Yeah, that's great. That's some of the high percentage shooting and points we were talking about, transition points and putbacks and inside play, so well done there.
Lady Jays answer at the other end. Schubarth with the lay-in.
Yep, and I'm sure their radio's saying the same thing. So both teams need to get the ball inside or score off of some kind of action like that.
Grizzlies trying to really look inside, get the basketball there. Weathers and Baker are calling for it, but not quite open. A 1-2-2 zone for Sabetha, kind of a 3-2 as well. That middle girl's bouncing around high and low. Weathers had her shot blocked and rejected, and Sabetha has the ball yet again, up by 3 points.
Yeah, Ginger does a good job too. She catches it and tries her best to find a shot down there. Look at her moving her feet defensively.
Nice defense indeed from the Grizzly post. Three-pointer missed from the Lady Jays. Neither team has made one from distance yet. Rebound Grizzlies nearing 4 minutes, second quarter.
Nice pass there by Carnahan, and Baker spins to get the inside shot, draws a foul.
Amory Baker opened the ball game with the game's first point from the line. She went 1 for 2. And they are saying that it was not a shooting foul, so the Grizzlies will inbound underneath their own basket.
Like we're mixing up some subs again, so.
Ball goes into Amory Baker, but she has it stripped. Erin Dickens hanging with it, causing havoc, and that is out of bounds. No, they say it was saved by Sabetha. And here they come. Boy, Erin Dickens' work there. I wish it was paid off a little bit better for her.
Yeah, man, she pulls her shorts up there on her thighs, and she just really gets down and gets active. So really a lot of fun to watch her defend.
Three-point shot, left wing, and it's good for Hayden Jackman. And Sabetha's lead is 6.
Yeah, that's their first one. They shot 7, so they're 1 for 7.
Amory Baker misses a jumper from the free throw line and hustles back to play defense. Sabetha, largest lead is 6, and that's what they're at right now.
Yeah, no more than we're scoring. We're going to have to continue to play a super tight defense, a little tighter than we are, actually.
Another decent look from distance. A long 2 is off the mark. Rebound Peyton Davis. Labette County needs to score here in the next 3 minutes a few times. Amory Baker, nice move, had it rejected out of bounds. Labette County will keep the basketball, but Amory Baker oh so close to a few points here in this one.
Yeah, that was a nice move. She just put the ball a little bit too much exposed, so it was able to get poked out. Otherwise, yeah, she would have had a little left-hand layup.
Three-point shot, Carnahan dies off the rim. Rebound fought for and saved by the Blue Jays. Davis collects, shoots and misses, and it's rebounded by Drahota. Labette County, a couple second chance efforts, but have come up short.
Yeah, we have. We had a couple looks inside. Maybe shots were a little bit quick for us, but hey, when you're inside and got to look, you got to take it.
Jackman fouled going up by Erin Dickens, and 2 free throws approaching for the sophomore. Both of these teams real similar in kind of roster construction, depth. Both teams have played 9 players or more tonight. First free throw missed by Jackman. Both teams, Sabetha has won 2 games this year. Labette County's won 3. It's a low-scoring game, and really anyone's contest. Labette County on the offensive end just kind of limping right now. Second free throw up and missed by Jackman as well.
Yeah, I know we're down 13-7, and I just have a feeling we can come back in this game. We can win. I mean, we're only down 6, but just watching these two teams play, I'm not concerned. I mean, we can win this ball game. I'm confident of that.
Carson Moore missed on a little layup, and Sabetha has possession. Here's a drive and another foul on Labette County's defense, who appears, instead of just cutting off their man and just kind of letting what happens happen, they're taking it upon themselves to like reach towards the ball, towards their man, and it's leading to a lot of these fouls at the rim.
Yeah, Sabetha's doing somewhat what we need to be doing, and that's trying to penetrate and gash the defense a little bit and draw some of those fouls. So I kind of credit Sabetha, too, for being aggressive offensively.
Free throw missed by Minold. Sabetha's outscored Labette County 6-2 in the second quarter. Minold's second free throw is in. 2:15 second quarter. Labette County 7, Sabetha 14.
Okay, once again, here we go offensively. Kind of move the ball around, try to go side to side, little inside out maybe, and see if we can't get kind of steal a good shot.
Anytime Labette County kind of throws it inside, Sabetha collapses on it. Davis harassed, out of bounds off of who? Sabetha. Davis, man, found herself in the backcourt and in jail, and Sabetha wants a timeout. Labette County struggling here against the Blue Jays. Let's step aside for 1 minute on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans. Jack Leak III and Jack Leak Jr. alongside Jonathan Dusher on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. It'll be a late evening, so prepare your favorite snacks and drinks and sit down for a late night of Grizzly basketball. The boys will play after this, and this game's not even at halftime. Labette County turns it over, and the Blue Jays have possession, leading 14-7.
Yeah, Grizzlies got to continue to limit our giveaways, and looks like we did a good job here defensively. Yeah, getting a steal and creating a foul there, so we'll take that.
Was a foul on Sabetha. They're going to get Lanter on the personal, their team's fourth. So if Labette County can do, as you said earlier, as Olivia Roberts is in the game for the first time tonight, if they can draw a foul in the paint, they're going to be shooting free throws. And here goes Baker trying to do that and is successful. 2 free throws for Amory Baker with 1:24 left in the half.
Yeah, nice job there. Good pass inside, and Baker, always has a nose to score like that, so good for her to go up strong and draw the foul and hopefully cash in on 1 or 2 of these free throws.
First free throw is up and in for Amory Baker, getting Labette County within 6 points, and her second free throw is good as well. 3 for 4 on free throws for the senior, and Peyton Davis bats an entry pass out of bounds. So Sabetha will try that one more time.
What I'm talking about, get a score there. Now kind of put the press on, kind of feel a little lift maybe, and that kind of bleeds into how you defend, and then, create kind of a turnover and another quick, easy basket.
One minute, 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Sabetha leads Labette County 14-9. Labette County playing defense and playing it well. Peyton Davis yet again giving Sabetha fits on inbounds passes that are typically routine, but with a pesky defender like Davis, they're not so routine all the time.
No, when you have to remind yourself all the time she's a freshman.
Right. Here's a drive and a floater put up and missed. Skyen for the rebound, collecting, shooting, missing was Lanter. Rebound Grizzlies. Thankful no whistle was called down there. Roberts' entry pass tipped, went high in the air and was intercepted by Jackman. And then a long pass in transition goes out off the Blue Jays. Michael and Labette County has possession with 50 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, both teams kind of exchanging turnovers and, you know, some bad passes. And again, some of that's because both teams are defending pretty well.
Peyton Davis fakes on a three, dribbles into a double team, passes out of it. Roberts, one dribble, looks for somebody. Davis dribbles a little bit, picks her dribble up. Roberts, pass in and out of her hands. Sabetha, boy, just had our number that whole possession, never felt right. Turnover, here come the Blue Jays, left to right, hook shot, no, tumbled over the rim. Long rebound, falls into the hands of the Blue Jays with 22 seconds left, up by 5 and no shot clock.
Going to see what Sabetha's coaches want to do here. Like they're going to try to hold.
They're going to try. They're going to throw it in here, though, to Lanter. Her shot is no good. Rebound out of bounds off Labette County. 3 Grizzly girls were there, and not one Sabetha player was even close to the ball. But sometimes it's harder when you have more players there than just one.
Yeah, it can be. 7 seconds. I mean, of course, we don't want them to score, but you hate to get a cheap foul with 7 seconds, too.
Ball goes in, 5 seconds, set play, three-point shot, Michael, no good, hit the rim, went real high, buzzer sounds, and Labette County's going to go into the locker room trailing Sabetha by a score 14-9. Hang with us for the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show coming up in 5 minutes on KLKC. Welcome back in, Grizzly fans. We're broadcasting live from Burlington, Kansas, here in the middle school where our Lady Grizzlies trail Sabetha 14-7 at the halftime break. We'd like to thank a few sponsors before entering into the halftime show for allowing our broadcast to take place each and every evening that Labette County Grizzly basketball is in action. We would like to thank Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services alongside Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op, as well as Labette Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Community College, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Unified School District of USD 506, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, and Community National Bank. Again, your score, Labette County 7, Sabetha 14. Score kind of speaks for itself, as it's kind of funny. I mean, on Tuesday, the halftime score was Labette County 9, Independence 12. And we are greeted by a guest that we're all familiar with. Hey, are you here for a little while? We'll have to do an interview later. Are you okay with that? It's Landry O'Brien, who's one of the top scorers in this tournament's history. Did you know that, And you only played 2 years.
Yes.
You're right. That's impressive. We will have to see if we can't do an interview with you, Landry, later. We'd love to do that. Thanks for coming to say hi. I'll catch you in a little bit. Labette County trails 14-9, and on Tuesday, 12-9 was the score at halftime. So two similar first halves here in Burlington.
Yeah, Labette County's going to have to find a way to get more points on the board. And, I mean, Coach Vollmer's as good as it gets on figuring those things out. It's not for lack of effort, of course. The Grizzlies shot 8 3-pointers, made 0. Sabetha shot 9 and only made 1, so both teams struggle from outside, which, you know, it's not always easy to make from 28 foot or whatever the line is. But, you know, it seems like we make our baskets transitionally, you know, off steals or some free throws or in the paint. So I'm guessing we're going to try to continue to get the ball inside as best we can and get some of those cheaper little buckets, you know, those little bunnies we talk about, and maybe draw some fouls.
Leading scorer for Labette County was Anne-Marie Baker with 3 points, all from the free throw line. Other scorers were Kaylin McCoy, Peyton Davis, and Amelia Carnett with 2. For Sabetha, the Lady Jays, Schubarth and Lanter each had 4. Jackman had 3, and Drahota, Michael, and Manold all chipped in with 1. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 5, Sabetha 7. And in the second quarter, Labette County was outscored 7-4, giving us our halftime total 14-9 in favor of Sabetha. I didn't know Landry was going to be here, and
No.
so that's a perfect, if she's going to be here during the boys' game, a perfect pregame or halftime segment to see how her collegiate career is going.
Absolutely.
There at Tabor. So nice to see her, and we will be back in 1 minute with the second half of Lady Grizzly basketball.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Sabetha starts off with possession of the basketball, but not for long. Peyton Davis intercepts a pass and is fouled at the other end going up. Perfect way to begin the first 11 seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah, just like that. That's some of the stuff we talked about on how we can score more points. And I'm convinced, too, that if we can get some momentum offensively going, just a couple of buckets where, you know, it just changes how you see the shot, the bucket. You know, you can rattle off 4 6 points or whatnot fairly easy. So kind of waiting on the Grizzlies to kind of get some of that going.
Davis splits the pair of free throws, missed the first, made the second. Labette County only down 4 points. Both these teams have won a combined 5 games throughout the season, and another steal. Amelia Carnahan this time. Keely Good wants a 3 in the corner and misses it off the backboard, and it's rebounded by Sabetha.
How many times we've seen Millie Carnahan, those lightning quick hands, get takeaways like that.
Blue Jays working the ball around the horn. Left wing with it is Detweiler. Far side, Minold, entry pass, errant and out of bounds. Turnover Blue Jays. They've had the ball 3 times in the first minute of the third quarter and have turned it over all 3 times.
Yeah, I like that stat. The Grizzlies, that was a really good defensive possession too that time. So playing good man-to-man defense and just outlasted them on that until they made a mistake.
Peyton Davis overhead flip, Keely Good. Heart of the floor, Peyton Davis with her infamous ball fake and pass. Carnahan corner, fakes left, goes right baseline. Tough pass, Davis fouled, and Peyton Davis to shoot 2.
Yeah, good job. Good baseline drive by Carnahan, a good feed in there to Davis, who took it straight up and sold the foul. I think it was a foul, but it always helps to kind of flail your arms a little bit.
First free throw good. So within the first 1 minute and 15 seconds of the third quarter, Peyton Davis will have shot 4 free throws after this attempt. And she's made 2 of them, split this pair as well. Sabetha rebound. It's a 3-point contest. Just the start of the third quarter here.
Yeah, just trying to creep back in this.
Peyton Davis yelled for help as she got beat by her man. The shot was missed, though. Long rebound to Davis. Fouled again. No shot. Was it just because she shot so many free throws already? She was absolutely in the motion of shooting.
Seemed like it.
But they're going to say on the floor, and so Labette County will inbound it underneath their own basket. So we'll go glass half full perspective. Maybe we can get a 3 out of this here. Davis is going to try to answer that call, and does. The prophecy fulfilled. 3-pointers. 3-pointer is good from Peyton Davis. Labette County ties the game.
Here's what we're talking about. We're kind of getting some momentum going. And anytime you have the momentum, you want to squeeze every bit you can out of it. So we just need to really keep churning here.
6:20 third quarter, tied at 14. Labette County has opened up the third quarter. Well, Peyton Davis has. She came to play in the third. 5-0. Davis has outscored Sabetha. Might make it 7-0. Long pass. Davis tried to make it a shooting foul, and they do reward it as a shooting foul. She kind of last second tried to throw the ball up after she was bumped, and the refs bailed her out and said that she was going up. So 2 free throws for the Grizzly freshman after Millie Carnahan got another steal.
Yeah, that steal and assist set all this up.
And now Davis playing loose. Shot that free throw quick, swished it. So many. There isn't one sport where you being loose and comfortable is a bad thing.
Right, look at
Second
that.
free throw, pure swish as well.
Grizzlies still kind of riding this third quarter high, so see what we can't do with it. Sabetha's looking a little tight now.
Real tight, trying to get across half court, have yet to get across and do, I think, just in time. The Blue Jays have looked opposite of the first half nearly. Little layup misses, batted out by Millie, so Sabetha gets their first true look and misses it. Labette County's outscored them 7-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Sabetha did a pretty good job of getting a good look there. Just missed the shot there. So Labette County still keeping the ball. Still here.
Boy, look at Peyton Davis. batted the ball loose, dove on it on the floor, jump ball, gives it to Labette County. She has all 7 of our points in the third quarter, and her and Millie have forced steals on this end, and been a good start to the second half. 5:50 left in the third.
Yeah, Peyton's been hungry for this to happen. She's tried and worked so hard, you know, the whole year, and so for some good things to happen is really good to see here.
Carnahan throws to McKinley Baker, back in the ball game. Millie, right wing, spins. Keely Good left open, wants a 3, misses it short. Rebound, McKinley Baker goes up and gets the bucket plus the foul. Labette County rocking in period number 3.
Yeah, and again, this is something we were just talking about during halftime, and it's kind of coming to fruition. Just things starting to happen good for us and making things happen. And it just seems to get easier and easier as things progress along.
Baker's and one, free throw, pure swish. Grizzlies trailed 14-9 at halftime. And with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, it's 19-14, Lady Grizzlies.
We scored more points in 3 minutes than we did the first half.
Great. Hey, what a good stat. Good pull, color man. Left wing, Jackman looks to penetrate and is fouled. They're going to get Amory Baker on that foul, her second personal, and just the team's first. And look at how many fouls Sabetha has in the first 3 minutes of the half. 5. So any whistle on the Blue Jays is 2 free throws for Labette County, who gets a rebound off a missed jumper. Kaylin McCoy, Keely Good, long pass batted out by Lanter, but Labette County keeps possession.
That's a good look there by Keely, trying to get the fast break. I mean, I like the intentionality we're playing with, you know, the expectation. Seems like we're expecting something good to be up the floor for us.
Carnahan into Baker, nice position, foul going up, and the script has flipped here in Burlington. But Baker, and I've seen this reaction from her a lot this year, she's had countless shots at the rim that have missed, but she's gotten fouled, and she's just so frustrated that the field goals aren't going in.
Yeah, she's a competitor and has worked hard on her game, you know, every year, and so anytime you put in the time and effort, you of course want the positive follow through to happen for you.
Baker misses both free throws, but Kaylin McCoy is there with the rebound, and a held ball forced by the Lady Jays gives it back to Sabetha. Baker does find herself at the line quite a bit. But what a start to the second half for these Lady Grizzlies.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better start.
And it's just funny how it works because there's two sides to the coin. We're playing loose, and Sabetha is tight and just nervous getting the ball across half court. Here's a ball deflected out of play. Sabetha will keep it in the half court. Just always funny how that works.
Yeah, and that's normally how it goes. It ebbs and flows generally in the basketball game. Occasionally you'll find two teams that play loose, and that's when you get one of those fireworks games, you know, where everything goes in for both sides.
Who knows, we could have one of those at the conclusion of this game. Here's an intercepted pass, and Peyton Davis gets the layup to go.
Yeah, another great effort, and here we go, setting up the defense, expecting to get a steal.
9 third-quarter points for Peyton Davis, and a blocking foul called on her. Really trying to force the issue on Jackman, but a blocking foul called on Peyton Davis. With 4:24 remaining in the third quarter, it's now Labette County who leads 21-14, and they trailed 14-7 in the first half. So dating back to that, they've outscored Sabetha 14-0 from that point on.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Right wing 3 for Michael is banked in. Sabetha wandering around in a desert, parched, and found a drink of water with a banked-in 3 from Michael. Man, they needed that.
They did. I mean, I hate that it went in, but they needed it badly. Now they're just down 4. That looks different.
Amory Baker traveled with the basketball inside, and now Sabetha has the ball back, down just 4 with 3:55 left in the third.
It can be easy to do when you catch the ball inside. You don't want to try to dribble when there's people around you.
Yep. Sabetha gets across half court. Ooh, near travel there, but Labette County intercepts a pass, and then a foul going the other way on Drahota. Looked like a jump ball from our angle, but the ref was 5 feet away, or feet away, so we'll certainly believe him on that. 3:43 third quarter. Labette County up 21-17.
Yeah, another good defensive pressure there by the Grizzlies, getting a steal and a chance here maybe to make a pair.
As that was the sixth team foul on Sabetha, so 2 free throws for Schull is the result, and she swishes the first.
Even feels like the confidence is spilling over to other players and at the line, and it just gets easier when things start to happen positive.
She makes both free throws, and yeah, both look confident and pure. Labette County's lead is back up to 6. Blue Jays break the press. Haverkamp at the hole, blocked. Keeley Good, great play, and avoided the held ball and then throws it off of Haverkamp's leg. Keeley is really good at that when she's in trouble, getting herself out of that situation, but I thought she did a good job avoiding the held ball being called.
Yeah, she did. Because, as soon as you get it, you have to keep it moving and pivoting and shoulders and elbow. You just have to really keep the ball in motion and be strong.
Carnahan crosses half court, knee brace on her right knee. I still never quite found out why that is. Some sort of something bothering her maybe.
Yeah.
Has had it on for a few games. Sabetha intercepts a pass, and then Jackie Schull hustles back and pokes one out.
Good effort there by Schull, coming from behind kind of quietly, and back got her a steal.
The ball went out of bounds, so the Blue Jays will inbound. Wide open was Schubarth, but perhaps threes aren't her strong suit. 3-point shot will be put up by Michael, and the shot is missed. And with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter, Labette County just committed their third team foul of the period. And they are going to get Millie Carnahan on the foul. Her third, I believe, yes.
Didn't see what happened, but I saw a Sabetha player just fly across the ground, so.
Foul count slowly getting evened out. Foul on Jackie Schull, and the bucket is good for Schubarth. So now the Blue Jays draw within 4, and Schubarth is at the line for 1.
Here's that shift we've talked about. I can kind of slowly feel like, that fun run we had there is kind of sliding Sabetha's way. So the Grizzlies have to, do their part and get a good offensive possession, or maybe a bucket or a steal, something to kind of squash this so it doesn't kind of become a run.
And one free throw, good from Schubarth. She has 7 for the Blue Jays, leads them in scoring. Labette County up by 3. Now how do they respond? Davis with a 3, short, rebound, tipped out, and Sabetha's got it. Foul going the other way on Labette County. 5th team foul on us, so 2 free throws for Sabetha with under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, just going to have to withstand this, and you do it one possession at a time. I like the shot there by Davis. She's been playing so loose and well, and made a three-pointer just a little bit ago, so that wasn't really a bad shot.
First free throw up and in. Both teams shooting free throws really well in the third quarter.
Be big for Labette County to screen out good and get this rebound on a miss.
It is missed, and the long rebound goes to Schubarth. Could kind of sense that one coming maybe.
Yeah, after I opened my mouth.
Manold was the one shooting the free throws. Sabetha does turn it over after getting the rebound. So here's Labette County with the ball up by 2 points.
Looks like Sabetha's got a little jump in their defense now, so we're back to just a squared up good ball game.
Baker turns into traffic, avoids the held ball, and a 3-second violation whistled in on Labette County. As you can kind of tell, I'm not really saying she's played poorly or great, but you can tell by Kaylin McCoy's body language that she is perhaps still recovering from whatever illness she had. It's hard to be on your back sick and then play a ball game full speed, as I can just tell that still kind of getting over that bug that she had on Tuesday. Here's a foul. Oh, are they going to get Sabetha on the foul?
I believe so, yep.
They are. So Labette County got a steal, then a foul on Sabetha, and here's Kylie Roberts at the line. A lot of free throws in the third quarter for both teams, particularly Labette County, who has put up loads of them in this quarter. This will be the 13th free throw Labette County has shot in the third quarter alone. Roberts misses both of them. She's 0 for 4 from the free throw line. And then Sabetha throws it away. Kind of back to the first half identity for both these teams here to the last couple minutes of the third quarter. Timeout Blue Jays. Labette County having a much better third quarter, but Sabetha hanging around. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Close ball game here in Burlington. Second evening of the Burlington tournament week. Labette County will play again tomorrow, win or lose. Labette County, what a nice play drawn up out of the timeout. And Amory Baker, her first field goal of the game is good. Got her opponent on her high side, and her teammates found her for 2.
Yeah, that's right in her wheelhouse, too, that little left-handed shot.
Blue Jays barely kind of break the Grizzly pressure, and they're scrambling in a half court here. Now they're settled down. Point guard Michael throws off near side Drahota. Into the paint goes Schubarth. She'll work around and find Manold, who scores.
Yeah, that was a nice offensive possession by Sabetha. Stayed patient, moved the ball around, gave themselves a real high percentage shot, so well done there.
Minute 30, third quarter. Grizzlies lead is 2. They were down by 5 at halftime and went up by, 6, 8 points maybe?
Yes, I think so.
Here's a little floater from Millie Carnahan that falls, her 4th point of the game. And Labette County back up 4.
Carnahan does that so nice, that little dribble floater, kind of shoots it almost off her right shoulder. Really well done. We needed that.
Sabetha with numbers. Nice pass. Manold misses the layup, though, and they're going to reward Sabetha with a possession, saying it was off Labette County. And Coach Wurtenberger put her hands on her head. She knows her team had 2 points at their fingertips.
Boy, they sure did, and that little player made that exact same shot this last time down the floor.
Peyton Davis, nice hands, going to try to get a steal. The ball squirts out. Sabetha has it. Peyton Davis in pain, slow to get up off the deck. A 3-point shot is good from the corner while Davis was rising to her feet. Michael got the shot to go, her second 3 of the third quarter. But more than anything else, freshman Peyton Davis injured on the play, slow to walk off. Not sure exactly what transpired, but she dove for a loose ball and was slow to get up and appears to be obviously in some pain as she's helped to the locker room by assistant coach Heather Wilson.
Yeah, Davis loves basketball. I mean, for her to walk off the floor, it's the real deal. She loves to compete.
Yeah, Davis with 9 points in the third quarter alone, 11 on the game for Labette County. Certainly hope she's all right. Jackie Scholl misses a 3, and Sabetha, after the Michael 3-pointer, is just down 1, but Jackie Scholl with a great stick-to-itiveness steal intercepted it, missed the layup, but got fouled, and Jackie Scholl with another trip to the line where she is 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, I kind of like this improv press we were doing here on a missed basket instead of just turning and running back. If we see a chance to trap, we're putting pressure on them. So turned into a foul and a basket.
Shull's first free throw's in. 3 for 3 for her. Second free throw misses. Long rebound goes to McKinley Baker, trying to find a partner. Jackie Shull, three, good! Shull with a 4-point possession, all set up by a steal of hers, and then a rebound off the free throw by McKinley Baker.
Didn't you just feel like that was going to go in after that steal, and you could just almost feel the energy?
Sabetha misses a 3, rebound Shull. Man, one of her better stretches this season. 6 seconds, third quarter. Keely Good left open, left wing 3, misses, but a foul. 3 free throws for Keely Good, and Labette County snatching back momentum in the waning seconds of the third quarter, leading by 5 with 3 free throws coming from Keely Good.
That's right. It can happen so fast. I mean, just stringing together 2, 3, and then another 2 and some foul shots here. Just once you've got the energy and the momentum, it can just happen.
Good makes the first 2 free throws. Labette County has shot 17 free throws in the third quarter and 23 free throws on the game. Good's third free throw is good as well, 3 for 3. They've been killer from the line in the third quarter. Sabetha, a layup is gonna be good. Wow! I wasn't quite paying full attention, but Detweiler scored the basketball with 1 second on the clock. A long pass fell in her hands just in time, and she scored with routine ease. And it's just a 6-point game in comparison to 8 entering the fourth quarter.
Stuff like that counts, or matters rather. I mean, that was a good hustle by Sabetha. I don't think we got lazy. We just kind of lost our edge defensively right there, and it cost us. I don't think our girls thought 3 seconds would last that long.
Yeah, kind of just stood and watched, and Sabetha made us pay. Grizzlies 34, Sabetha 28, back in 30 on KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
The Lady Grizzlies with a 25-point third quarter.
Gosh.
Has to be their biggest quarter of the season. They went 11 for 17 from the free throw line in the third quarter alone and lead Sabetha 34-28. Blue Jays are going to get a double dribble here after kind of an awkward situation, so Labette County will essentially have the ball, we'll just say, to begin the fourth quarter here. Kaylin McCoy checks in for McKinley Baker. But, you know, if you were to say Labette County had a 25-point quarter, you would assume we're up 10-12. But because the first half, the Grizzlies trailed by 5, it's a little closer of a ball game.
Yeah, and it felt effortless. The points just appeared when you play like that. So that's when it just is fun and without so much hard work.
Keely Good mishandled the pass on the left wing and looks at Millie and says, "That's my bad." As if she would have caught it cleanly, she would have had another look at 3 from that left side. But here come the Blue Jays. They find themselves down by 6. Long pass picked. Amory Baker poked it away, and it was picked up by Good. Can Labette County take advantage? No. A turnover here. A short post-to-post pass is intercepted.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Sometimes those little passes inside that close can be tricky to get a handle on.
Sabetha denied at the rim by McCoy. Schubarth stands at 5'11", going up against Kaylin McCoy, who is 6 feet tall and blocked her shot. Sabetha will inbound. Here's a downhill drive. Hook shot misses, and it's rebounded by McCoy.
Well, that's what we like. Like him to shoot one time, then we get the rebound. Limit those possessions.
Can the Lady Grizzlies close out a close ball game? McCoy on the deck, lost the basketball, no whistles. Sabetha picks it up, and here they come right to left, push and pace. Entry pass, Schubarth, extra layup, good for Detweiler.
Yeah, looks like we swatted at it a couple times. We just never got a hand on the ball. So Grizzlies up 4, just keep looking to get some good shots here.
4-point ball game. Millie Carnahan went to save a ball that was going out of bounds, and they turn it over. So the Blue Jays have the ball down by 4 to our Grizzlies with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game.
Could use a good defensive stand here. Sabetha kind of has us sped up offensively.
A whistle here and perhaps a correction being made. Ref looks up at the shot clock, barks out the call, and play is about to resume. 32 seconds on the shot clock, 6:14 on the game clock.
The Grizzlies are going to go to that zone here.
Michael near the logo at half court. Calls for Jackman to come get it. She does. In the corner, Drahota. And Millie Carnahan with pressurized defense pokes the ball out of bounds. I've said that 50 times tonight. A lot of poked balls out of bounds in this one.
For sure.
Here's a timeout, Sabetha. It's a full 1-minute timeout. Let's take them with them. 60 seconds on KLKC.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Lady Grizzlies vying for their 4th win of the season. And this one might have to come in kind of a closer, tighter fashion than perhaps they've experienced this year. They lead by 4 with 5:50 left in the game. And here we have an errant backcourt violation called on Sabetha. And Labette County will have the ball underneath their own rim because the ball went out all the way on the other end of the floor.
Yes, it did. So that's one good defensive possession that we won. So let's win this offensive one.
McKinley Baker from about 8 feet away misses on a jumper. Amory Baker fighting hard but came down out of bounds. Blue Jays have it.
Yeah, great effort there. Not surprised by Baker. So that's all we can do is just play hard for the next 5.5 minutes.
Blue Jays trying to push up ahead. Labette County's defense has been hard for them. Another steal. Jackie Scholl layup good.
Yeah, good steal, good pass, and way to go up quick there by Scholl. No wasted time.
And Scholl's played well. She
Yes.
has 8 points in the second half and really hasn't turned it over, has a few steals.
Yes.
She's really played good, mature basketball here in the second half. We do have a foul on her, though, her second personal, and just the first foul for either team in the 4th quarter.
Kind of find myself checking the bench. Okay, Peyton's over there. I'm just making sure she wasn't still in the locker room.
Oh, that's right, yes. Peyton Davis appeared to be pretty hurt in the 3rd quarter when she hit the deck going for a loose ball, but she is the first player on the bench next to Coach Wilson, yelling and encouraging for her team. Here's an interception by McKinley Baker, who throws off to Millie Carnahan.
Great help there by Amory Baker on the baseline. Kind of left her position to help seal that off there.
Good pulls the trigger and rattles it home. A 3-ball, Keely Good, and the Grizzly lead is 9.
How big is that? That's a dagger, going from 6 up to 9 up. Now we can play some crazy defense.
Here's a steal. They do play crazy defense, and they have all second half. Scholl, three-pointer. No! That would have really punched the nail deeper into the coffin, but Labette County collects the rebound. Good, pulls the trigger again, misses. Rebound Detweiler.
Yeah, what a fun possession, though. Keely just knew that was going in. Has to be careful here not to get too aggressive.
Foul on Millie Carnahan, who put her right hand on the hip of her man Haverkamp, and that's her 4th. And Keely Good kind of poked the ball out of her man's possession, and you're right. Sometimes whenever you have a successful swipe of the basketball but don't steal it, you can be like, man, I was so close, and then try to go chase a steal and get a quick foul right afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
4 minutes to play in the game. The Grizzlies lead by 9, and the Blue Jays turn it over. And you have to remember the Blue Jays' record is 2-8 or 2-9 after Tuesday, so they're not used to winning or closing out games on their side of things. So the more we're up and the longer we're up, they're going to become more discouraged.
Yeah, that's right. The kind of the psychology of it all.
Labette County working the ball inside. Sabetha deflects it out of bounds. Man, Amory Baker, battle scars being put on her tonight. She's played so hard and tough. It's a set play for Scholl to get a 3 off. They do. Missed it. Keely Good backside layup. No! Missed it by an inch. Referee calls a timeout for a player with a poked eye, bloody nose, something of the sorts. It is Paxton Michael checking out. Busted lip, bloody nose, something like that. She's going to get tended to on the bench. And it is Sabetha possession with a 9-point deficit to the Grizzlies with 3:50 to play in the game. Another steal. Kylie Roberts to credit for this one. The Labette County Lady Grizzlies came to play in the second half.
Boy, they did, and that press has really got Sabetha on their heels.
A blocking foul called on the Blue Jays. Raylan Lanter's slow to get up, and she'll kind of slowly jog off the court. Her 3rd personal. A few different players, for a couple for each team, have kind of gotten banged up a little bit in this game.
It's been pretty physical.
Labette County inbounds the basketball, but not in pretty fashion, and a held ball will give it to the Blue Jays. This game's certainly not over yet. Just a 9-point Grizzly advantage with 3:25 remaining.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that our aggressive defense is going to win this game for us. Just keep Sabetha from really scoring much, and that takes care of business.
A double team here right in front of us, and Jackie Scholl is going to force a held ball. Might have hurt her left hand while she was carrying out that effort. She's still shaking it around, but it turned out to give Labette County a possession off the arrow in their favor.
Yep, that's right, just like that. Just keep creating turnovers and kind of keeping pressure on, and that'll win you a ball game.
Grizzlies close to their 4th win of the year, 3 minutes away, up by 9, but throwing it away offensively are the Lady Grizzlies. So Sabetha back with it, 3 minutes to go, 39-30 Grizzlies.
Just a few errant passes, but I haven't seen a whole lot of that this second half, so yeah, I continue to be super pleased with how we played this second half.
Walking the ball up the floor is Paxton Michael back in the game, so obviously nothing severe for her. She was the one that checked out earlier, and she's going to shoot a 3 in the corner and miss it. Ball went over the corner of the backboard. Minold kept it alive and is fouled going up. And 2 free throws for Kristen Minold coming up.
We'll get back to the basics here. hopefully we, miss this shot, and then the Grizzlies get good posting and good boxing out on this second free throw and get the rebound and go down and score.
Manold misses the first. She'll get one more try. Between these two teams, there were 39 points scored in the third quarter, 25 by Labette County, 14 by Sabetha. In the fourth quarter, Manold makes the second free throw. Both teams have combined for 8 points with just 2:40 left in the game.
It's definitely been a different half.
Real high-scoring third quarter and a low-scoring fourth quarter, but Labette County playing tremendous defense. Jackie Scholl has really stood out to me in a few areas in this fourth quarter, and Peyton Davis kind of was in that spotlight in the third quarter with her 9 points in the third. Grizzlies will inbound by their bench after the Blue Jays deflected a pass out of play. Ball is into Scholl. Now Keeley good. And a whistle away from the ball, I think, and a foul on the floor. The two post players going at it. A hook and hold on Drahota, and that will be their Sabetha's second team foul and the third on Drahota.
That's where Labette County is going to have to be ready. Sabetha looks up and realizes there's 2 minutes left. We're down 8, so they're going to start playing crazy, just nuts on defense, so we're going to have to handle that on both ends.
The Grizzlies threw it away, and a three-point shot misses barely by Michael. Rebound Keeley good, and she'll find Amelia Carnahan, who walks it up, and there are 2 minutes left in the game.
Kind of see Sabetha picking up the pressure. And
a perfect timeout called by Coach Vollmer, who's grinning while she high-fives her girls. She called a timeout just as Labette County threw the ball away. A few Sabetha fans didn't like the timing of the official letting the timeout take place, but we will certainly take it. So timeout Labette County, back in 1 minute. Up by 8 are the Lady Grizzlies.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Labette County has possession of the basketball with 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in the game. They lead the Blue Jays of Sabetha by a score of 39-31. And right as the ball was thrown in bounds, a foul is called in on Paxton Michael. Her third personal and the team's third. So Labette County certainly in an advantageous spot to win this game, but they need to close it out.
Yeah, so obviously they've tipped their hand. They're gonna start fouling as soon as we get the ball in. So it'll come down to rebound or free throws here.
Labette County nearly turns it over, but Amory Baker keeps it alive. A long pass to McKinley Baker results in a foul on Schubarth. So the Grizzlies fortunate to have had the possession stay clean with no turnover there. Keeley good to throw it in. Looking for somebody, finds McKinley Baker, who's fouled from behind. Schubarth, 2 quick fouls on her, and that'll be 2 free throws for McKinley Baker.
Well, so here we go. Sabetha did the right thing. You're down 8 points with 1:44 left. You're going to have to start making the other team beat you at the free throw line when the clock's not ticking.
Baker makes the first free throw and is looking for one more. So the Grizzlies, if this goes in, up by double digits with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game. Second free throw does miss. Rebound Sabetha.
We talked about this is how you win these games. It's defensively. Give them one shot, get the rebound, get fouled.
Sabetha not showing loads of urgency. A left wing three almost went in off the glass. Putback misses as well. And the rebound tipped out by Amory Baker, savoring a possession for the Blue Jays. Should the Grizzlies go on to win this game, they will play at 6:40 p.m. tomorrow evening here in the middle school. A three-point shot missed in the corner by Michael, and Labette County has the rebound, and a foul called on Olivia Lang. And Keely Good will trot the distance of the floor and shoot 2 free throws. Coach Vollmer seems pretty pleased with her team's second half performance, and rightfully so.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Coach Vollmer can feel this game being, going our way here. Make a couple of free throws, be great, and continue to defend.
Keely misses the first. Labette County has held the Blue Jays to 16 points in the second half. Or 17 points, pardon. Good splits the pair, making the back end of the free throw trip there. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Labette County's defense has kind of been the story, but their ability to turn that defense into offense, more importantly, has been kind of what has brought it full circle. Blocking foul on Keely Good. Labette County's 4th team foul, so no free throws quite yet for the Blue Jays with 1 minute left.
And I like the continued pressure. You can't just let them dribble up the floor. Make them work, make them pick it up, make them hold it, kill time. Every second matters here.
The second you kind of relax yourselves defensively, they're within 5 and their coach calls a timeout. A three-point shot is good by Michael, her 3rd three-pointer of the second half, and we have a loose ball on the deck, and a jump will give it to the Blue Jays. With 49 seconds left, they trail by 7, so you certainly hope it will turn out to be a too little, too late type of moment.
Yeah, I know. Everyone kind of just swallows here, if the Blue Jays get a knockdown 3 or something.
Oh, wide open. Three-point shot right wing. Misses. Rebound fought for, and it's picked up by Schubarth, and a foul on Labette County. So 2 free throws for Schubarth, and the game looms on.
Yes, it does. It's always amazed me in sports in general, especially basketball. 40 seconds seems like such a short time in life or in a day or in a meeting or whatever. It's an eternity in a basketball game.
First free throw for Schubarth is missed short. Kaylin McCoy checks in for McKinley Baker. Labette County should very well go on to win this, and you can definitely look back and see how it was kind of a good thing to experience, a late push from your opponent to learn how to handle those nerves and that pressure. Schubarth splits the pair, and a whistle and a timeout called by Labette County. The Grizzlies lead Sabetha by 6 points with 40 seconds left in the game. We'd like to keep it here and thank some sponsors. We would like to thank Idea Tech with Labette Health and Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Home, and Clemens Insurance Agency, the corner store of Altamont, Commercial Bank, Unified School District of USD 506, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, and Labette Community College and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services. Labette County scored 25 points in the third quarter. 11 of those points were from the free throw line and generated off of steals. And in the fourth quarter, I wouldn't say they've played prevent or passive at all.
No.
It's just kind of the end of one of those basketball games where the other team makes a late push.
Yeah, we're up 6 here. Got to get the ball in bounds. Amory's got to count to 5 in her head and throw it on the 5th second no matter what.
Ball is into Good, who's forced to track it down, hits the deck, and they are not going to call a foul on Sabetha. They're going to say Good simply just fell out of bounds. And now the Blue Jays have the ball, only down by 6.
Yeah, that play took 3 seconds.
Right. Here's Minold. Schubarth. Corner 3 hoisted, missed. Rebound is Sabetha's, and a foul on Labette County. 2 free throws for the Blue Jays here. And it's funny, there were so many possessions in a row where Sabetha couldn't get a good shot off. And now, whenever their hair is on fire and they need to make something happen, they don't have one poor possession.
Yeah, I know. I wish I had a really good answer for that. That's just kind of how.
Yep.
I can't keep saying momentum. It's just when expectations change or the urgency sets in, and then the other team kind of feels you getting a lift. It all just is one big dance, and it's crazy.
The free throws are split, however, by Drahota, and so the lead is 5 for Labette County with 30 seconds left. Millie Carnahan really working the ball up the floor to Keely Good, who is fouled by Manold. So Keely Good, who is 4 for 5 from the free throw line, is going to make her way for one more trip, and we need both of these. With 23 seconds left, Labette County leads by 5.
Yeah, both would be great. One would be okay. That would be a two-possession game, but meaning they'd have to make 2 threes in 23 seconds. But yeah, I agree. Both would be awesome.
She swishes the first perfectly. 5 for 6, pardon, is Keely Good from the line. And she makes this one. I'll say it for Jonathan's sake. 6 for 7 from the line, Keely Good in this game.
Well, I feel like that should seal the deal. There's no reason to foul. Just play good defense and make them shoot over you.
12 seconds left in the game. Three-pointer, airballed, rebound, Keely Good, and one more foul they're going to call on Jackman. Labette County 9 seconds away from their 4th win of the season on the back of a really nice second half.
Absolutely, yeah. What a great coming out of the halftime opportunity and moment for us. I mean, that's as good as we've played all year. So, what a great feeling. These girls will really celebrate tonight after this game.
Good misses the first free throw. 9 seconds left in the game. 43-36. Labette County leads. Keely's second free throw is on its way and missed. And Sabetha's going to go the length of the floor. And Keely Good still playing nice defense. A late three-pointer, of course that goes in. Drahota makes her first field goal of the game, and that makes the final score 43-39. Labette County with the victory. Coach Vollmer talked about in the postgame show at home against Pittsburgh last week. She said it's a tough tournament. You know, if we can go there and come out with 2 wins, that would be a great tournament for us. And they're 1-1, and they will play tomorrow evening at 6:40 p.m. against the winner of Paola and Ottawa. So the Lady Grizzlies with a great showing here in the second round of the Burlington Invitational. Their record advances to 4-8 on the season. Let's step aside for 2 minutes, and when we return, we'll have the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to a victorious Lady Grizzlies Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. 4-8 on the season are the Lady Grizzlies after the victory tonight over Sabetha, 43-39. A last-second desperation three for the Blue Jays win in. So Labette County really won the game by 7 points, which speaks more to how they controlled that second half of play, outscoring Sabetha 34-25 in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I was keeping track here. Not that this matters necessarily, but in the first half we were 0 for 8 from three-point line, and we were 3 for 10 in the second half, so we got out to 30%. Sabetha was 1 for 9 in the first half and 4 for 14 in the second half. But the Grizzlies just came out really with, man, just a great little energy and earned themselves a couple of buckets. And it's almost like once they had a couple of good things happen, it all of a sudden things happened for us on defense, getting steals, everyone rebounded, jumping to the ball. It just impacts every phase of the game, and whoever comes off the bench onto the floor, it's almost like that energy is just immediately put into their body. So really saw the Grizzlies playing fun and loose that third quarter, second half, not thinking about things, not catching the pass and trying to protect it, just playing basketball. So what a fun second half, and I look for that to carry over in tomorrow's game too.
And I don't know much about Paola or Ottawa, but I would have to imagine that no matter who Labette County plays tomorrow at 6:40 p.m. here in the middle school, whether it's Paola or Ottawa, that they would have a chance to win that ball game. You know, in the loser side of the bracket, you know, you're fighting for the two-win week. And I would have to imagine that Labette County will have a chance no matter who it is in that game that they play tomorrow evening. Leading scorer for Labette County was Peyton Davis, who scored most of her points in the third quarter. She had 11 on the ball game and went down with some sort of injury mid-third quarter and did set the bench in the fourth and never came back in. But she seemed to be all right. And Labette County was playing so well, maybe Coach Vollmer was hoping she didn't have to put Peyton back in. But she had 11. Keely Good had 9. Jackie Schull had 8. Really nice to read that off. Keely Good and Jackie Schull, the second and third leading scorer. Amory Baker with 5. McKinley Baker with 4, alongside Millie Carnahan with 4, and Kaylin McCoy with 2. For Sabetha, Michael had 10. Schubarth had 8. And Drahota had 5, along with Manold, Lanter, and Detweiler each had 4, and Jackman had 3. At halftime, it was Sabetha 14-9, and in the third quarter, the Lady Grizzlies outscored Sabetha 25-14, which tells the tale. They got to the free throw line 17 times in the third quarter and played downhill, and their defense was rampant. That really set the tone and really won them the ball game, as Sabetha actually outscored the Grizzlies 11-9 in the fourth quarter. Just kind of how the flow of the game went. Labette County was up, and Sabetha got a couple late shots to go down. Our final score, Labette County 43, Sabetha 39. So the Lady Grizzlies, as mentioned, will play tomorrow evening at 6:40 p.m. in the middle school, and will be fighting with the winner of Paola and Ottawa, who actually, well, we do know the winner of that game. I'll have to go look at the updated bracket and bring that to you in the boys' pregame show. So it'll be Labette County fighting for a 2-win week tomorrow evening at 6:40 here in the middle school. Here in a moment, we'll have the Grizzly boys taking on the 1 seed and previously just one loss team in Burlington, but they were defeated by Ottawa on their home floor, obviously, on Tuesday. So an interesting scene will be set here in a little bit. The Burlington hosting of the tournament Wildcats, not playing in the high school gym, but in the middle school. Doesn't happen too often, so an interesting matchup for our Grizzly boys that we will break down in the Tank Connection pregame show, and I'm sure we'll hear from Coach Vollmer in that as well, here in 3 minutes on KLKC.
Reaching your goals is closer than you think at Labette Community College. With 25 programs of study, 6 certificate options, and a campus that cares, your journey at LCC is sure to lead to success. Become a Cardinal. Visit labette.edu to learn more today.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Welcome back into the broadcast, basketball fans. We're live from Burlington, Kansas. I'm Jack Leake III, alongside my father, Jack Leake Jr., and the Johnny D. Jonathan Dusher running the camera. Or no, wait, what did you say you wanted to be called? Film crew? And Jonathan Dusher, part of the film crew? Does that work? The film crew. And Jonathan Dusher, the film crew. I guess it works. On KLKC Sports YouTube live stream, 9 minutes Intel starters and tip-off. It is the 1 seed Burlington Wildcats taking on the 4 seed, the 7-4 Labette County Grizzlies versus the 8-2 Burlington Wildcats. I've done this tournament for quite a few years now and came throughout high school, and it's so weird to me seeing the Burlington boys play in the middle school and not the high school. They always seem to have a good team and win that first round.
Well, yeah, I'd agree with that. And I kind of like this matchup here in that it's good for us to be a 4 seed playing a 1 seed on their home floor. Seems to me like we always play better when we're not the underdog. We like to play up that way, and I see Coach Ballmer coming up this way, so I'll hush up and hand her my headset.
Excited to talk to Coach Ballmer after her team won 43-39 earlier, just moments ago. Coach, thanks for coming up. 43-39 the win. What a great second half, headed off by a wonderful third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. We finally kind of listened, and we're like, hey, basketball, here we go. And we finally had some kids do some things that they're capable of doing. And Jackie had a big third quarter. Keely played great in the second half. Peyton had a big moment. I think she went for like 7 to 9 points straight or something like that. So, and we kind of challenged them, win the games that you're supposed to win. And let's go play better basketball. It's not a magic play that I'm going to draw up. And they took the bull by the horns and went and got a win. So it feels good.
There was a similar feel in the first half to Tuesday's game. The halftime score tonight was 14-9 in favor of Sabetha, and Tuesday it was 12-9 in favor of Indy. And so what did you feel like was different, whether it be in the locker room or in a huddle or in execution in that third quarter, to have the outcome be far different than Tuesday's third quarter?
Make a decision, make a decision that you're going to go win a game. Like, all of you have been in these huge moments, whether it be at the state tournament last year or whenever it was, in junior high and high school, whenever, and you know how to win a ball game, and let's go do that. Like, stop playing around. Let's go say, we're going to get this done, put our foot on the gas, and let's go. And I kind of challenged him a little bit. I told him I'd buy him cupcakes if somebody got a double-double, whatever it takes with kids, you know what I mean? And if that's what it takes, great. And we just made a decision. I think the difference is our offense. We just struggled so much, and then I was like, put the ball in the hole, guys. Like, the object of the game of basketball is to score more points than the other team, and we got to do that. And they made a decision. We changed our defense up a tiny bit just so it's a little bit different look, and we capitalized, we jumped on it, and we decided to go get a win.
I was trying to kind of tally real quick. I'll just say, because I'm probably not right, around 30 free throws you all shot tonight. Made quite a few of them, especially in that second half. What went into getting to the line and finishing from there?
Praise Jesus. We shoot so many shots in practice that it just doesn't make sense that we don't make more in games. It's just not transferring over. And, I told him there's these little snapshots that I keep taking of all these shots that we're taking in games, and hopefully we're smart enough as coaches to shoot those shots in practice, and there's no reason we're not making them, including free throws. That's a mentality, and we've just got to go make. That's an opportunity for you. And if we're struggling offensively, how do we produce more offense, whether that be in transition with our defense and at the free throw line. And so we did that tonight, and I hope it carries over into tomorrow.
Definitely hope that Peyton's all right. Seemed kind of shaken up after diving for that loose ball.
Yeah, she kind of scared herself a little bit. She even said in the locker room, she was like, I think I scared myself. So we'll reevaluate, see how she feels. She feels good right now. Why risk that? We're ahead and we're a lead. So we'll see how she feels in the morning. But as of right now, she seems good to go. We'll check her out. And hopefully she's good to go tomorrow night. According
to the bracket there in the lobby, Ottawa is the opponent. And you had mentioned post-game against Pittsburgh. This is going to be a tough tournament. Let's see if we can't go grind out 2 wins. And, Coach, you're 1 win away from that.
Absolutely, and Ottawa's a really good team. Why would we want to come here and not play against good competition so that we can come out on the other side weathered, a veteran basketball team, and ready to go into conference play? And Ottawa's a perfect way to do that. We've got a little bit of winter weather coming. It's looking like we're going to get these games in. They haven't changed game times, so say a little prayer. It holds off a little bit so everybody can get home safe tomorrow and we get a game in against Ottawa.
Coach, great performance tonight. Congrats on the win.
Great. Thanks, guys. Be safe going home.
Thanks, Coach. Lady Grizzlies win at 43-39. We have 2 of the first-class, well-spoken head coaches that you will find in Coach Brianna Vollmer and Bradley Argabright, 2 of the best in the craft. 3:50 until the starters are announced for the boys contest. Let's go ahead and step aside for a quick 30-second break and come back with more pregame show for the boys game. Great matchup in store for you here in 3 minutes. Labette County, the 4 seed, taking on Burlington, the 1 seed, in the losing side of the bracket after both teams fell on Tuesday. Burlington lost to Ottawa, the 8 seed, and Labette County fell to Independence, the 5 seed. The Bulldogs of Indy sure seem to have our Grizzlies' number, at least up to this point for sure. They've beaten us by 8 both times we've seen them this season. We will play them again when it counts for conference at Indy later in February. But had a hard time against Indy and that post presence, and they got us again on Tuesday.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this Tuesday after the game. Indy has a nice team.
They're good.
And, of course, have a fine coach like we do as well. So, it's hard to look at Independence and find any weak spots you can just attack. So they're a lot like us. We could play them a lot, and it would just be a great, fun game to watch. Neither team's really going to blow the other one out, I don't think. But, yeah, they've got some nice guard play. And yes, is it Martinez? Does such a nice job for him inside and has hurt us both times. So, yeah, you gotta credit the Bulldogs, really. And so, we'll see. We get them on their home floor, and we'll see how that goes.
Labette County and Burlington here in about 1 minute. Labette County's going to be in black uniforms, Burlington in white uniforms. And we will have starters here in just a second. Burlington head coach for them is Justin Logan. Head coach for Labette County is Bradley Argabright. And starting tonight for Labette County is going to be number 3, a 5'10 junior, Kane Nash. Number 4, a 5'8 senior, Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6'1 junior, Nolan Nash. Number 24, a 6'2 senior, Barrett Heston. And number 33, a 6'3 junior, Tucker Rush. We'll have Burlington starters for you here in a moment. Public address announcer is addressing the crowd with the KSHA rules and the league policy and things of that great nature. And so I can't see the Burlington bench from here, so we'll have their starters here in just a moment. And this would be a good time to catch up with a ex-Lady Grizzly, Landry O'Brien. Landry, I know you're about to head out, so I won't make it long, but thanks for coming up. So playing college basketball at Tabor, right?
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's a lot different. It's a lot harder, but it's fun. It's really fun. I love my teammates, and my coaches are great, and it's definitely a learning curve for me right now.
I remember one of the questions that I asked Tristan Gegg, whom I'm sure you know, who used to play for Labette County, went on to play college. I asked, how is the pace of the game different from high school to college?
It's a lot faster. Our first scrimmage, I remember sitting on the bench and being like, wow, when I go in, I'm not going to be able to keep up. But then when you get in, it's a lot. It's easier than it looks, but it's not. Like, it's so much faster than high school, like double, triple the speed.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is the voice of Landry O'Brien, who had an outrageously successful career under head coach Brianna Vollmer here as a Grizzly. And you are listed on here as one of the top scorers in tournament history throughout your career, which you made a good point. You only played in this tournament for 2 years, where most of those girls probably played for 4 years. What do you remember from just being a Grizzly and from this tournament in particular?
It was really fun to play with my sister one year, and then my senior year we did great, and we almost won it. So, yeah, I wish we would have, but it was good. It was fun. Yeah.
Landry, I appreciate you coming up, and it was nice to hear from you. And thanks for the update on your collegiate basketball career. I know Grizzly fans loved watching you play, as did we. And so best of luck and continued success there at Tabor.
Thank you. Go Grizzlies.
Thanks, Landry. So nice of her to come up and chat with us. All right, very good. So we have Wildcat starters for you. Starting tonight for the Burlington Wildcats, again, under head coach Justin Logan. It will be number 1, a 5'10 junior, Troy Over. Number 3, a 5'7 senior, Alex Motz. Number 5, a 6'3 senior, Maddox Cheever. Number 22, a 6'4 sophomore, Gage Navarro. And number 23, a 6'2 junior, Mason Collins. Again, for Labette County, it is Kane Nash, Kagan Bates, Nolan Nash, Barrett Heston, and Tucker Rush. Head coach for Labette County, Bradley Argabright, assisted by Davey Brown and Brian Tucker. Should be a good ball game. I know that, usually games in the middle school, the atmosphere's iffy, which it's not quite as filled as I thought it would be completely honest. Because it's a Burlington home game,
yeah.
And there just aren't quite as many fans in here as I thought would be here for Burlington.
Yeah, I thought there might be a prominent student section.
Right.
Maybe they can't have their band at a tournament. Well, anyway.
They do. They always have their band in the high school.
Okay.
That's a good point. Burlington has a good band that usually plays in the high school. Maybe they just can't play here in the middle school. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Tip and the tap won by seed in the losing side of the bracket. Who would have thought? But here we go. Each of these teams fighting for their first win in the tournament. A near travel underneath from Navarro, and the putback is up and in by Mason Collins. And a quick note here, the tip time for this game was 8:15. It's 8:45 was the tip-off time.
Okay, so we're 30 minutes behind on that.
Here's Kane Nash to tie the ball game, misses on the jumper, and it's rebounded by Collins.
One thing defensively we're going to have to do is what we did pretty good last week, really, is limit them to one possession and then get the rebound. We can't give them multiple tries.
Three-point shot buried by Troy over, and Burlington quickly leads 5-0.
Yeah, good ball movement there. He had an open three and canned it, so Burlington off to a nice little start right now.
1 minute into the game, 5-0 Wildcats. Kane Nash crept out on by his man over. Nolan Nash looking for Tucker Rush inside. The Grizzlies shot 33 pointers is what I was told, and made 5 of them on Tuesday, which really plagued their offense on against Independence. Grizzlies miss a shot here, and Burlington's fouled pretty quick on the other end.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was like 15% on threes. And, I like Coach Argerbright's take on that. He said, if you take what the defense gives you, and we just weren't hitting them. If we hit even 25%, which is low for us, well, that's another 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we get some good looks, we'll take them.
Burlington to add to their early 5-0 lead. A wide open three in the corner is missed, and a foul underneath on Kagan Bates, as Mason Collins agrees with me in the sense of if that foul wouldn't have been called, it would have been better for Burlington because Collins had an open layup underneath, but the foul kind of helped Labette County. Here's a little lob play, unsuccessful for Cheever, and here come the Grizzlies left to right.
Good opportunity here. The game's still in that early transition where both teams are just kind of playing fast break basketball.
Labette County, good hands getting back defensively. Deflect a pass out of play. Burlington to inbound under their own rim, as I can't imagine that post-game or in preparation for this one that Coach Logan was too easy on his boys. They're the 1 seed. This is their tournament, and they lost the first round to a good Ottawa team.
Yeah, right. I was just watching the play there. Good call. 23 just got some aggressive kind of after the play, away from the ball, and the ref was all over it. So Labette County ball here. Could use a score here. We need to kind of settle this offensively.
There was a shot made, though, by Gage Navarro, and then the foul happened. So it's 7-0 Burlington. Bates in traffic, no whistle. Put back Tucker Rush, no. Rebound, Burlington leading against the Grizzlies 7-0.
Seems to be a lid on the basket for us right now, so just got to play through it.
Burlington really trying to get downhill. Nice defense by Nolan Nash. Grizzlies with the collection. One arm pass to Heston, and he'll throw. It's good pass. Tucker Rush finishes.
That is typical and perfect Kagan Bates there. Great drive, no look pass put in.
5:10 to play, first period. 3-point shot, Burlington, no. It was Motts on the attempt, and then Labette County turns it over. Wildcats back with it in the half court. A kick out three for Cheever. No. Nash on the rebound, and he'll clear space and throw the ball ahead.
Man, there's been a lot happen here in the first 3.5 minutes. These teams are playing fast.
Kane Nash drives, Euros off the window, and the foul.
Man, how slick was that by Kane Nash? Just a nice little, wasn't much room there, but he cut through and did that little Euro hop step and laid it in perfectly, got the foul.
Grizzlies on a little 4-0 spurt of their own after Burlington popped up to a 7-0 lead early in the game. 4:40 left in the first quarter. The and one free throw for Kane Nash rattles in.
Hopefully the Grizzlies can kind of settle in now, kind of had to weather Burlington's home court, you know, how they kind of come out storming.
Colton Robinson, number 11, a senior for Burlington, into the ball game for the first time. Cheever beats his man. Good help defense by Heston, forces the miss and gets the rebound.
Sure was. Barrett did such a good job of leaving this place and going over to help stop the ball. You got to do that.
Nolan Nash well beyond the arc, throws to Kane Nash. Looks to get downhill, was going to throw a back door. Oh, he still throws it, but Bates was blocked. If Kane could have corralled them through earlier, he would have scored more than likely. And then here's a foul on Tucker Rush in transition, pushing pace hard was Navarro.
He sure was. It's too bad Kagan Bates was behind the play that time. I know what he would have done right then. He would have drawn a charge. Navarro was coming pretty hot.
Halfway through the first period, Labette County trails by 2. First free throw up and no good for Navarro. I'm sorry, it is good.
Labette County needs to, like we talk all the time, really box out and get this rebound.
It is a pure swish, so they do collect the rebound with ease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just as I called it.
9-5, Burlington leads. Labette County hanging tight. Heston, heart of the floor, ball over his head. Penetrates with his butt to his man, fades and hits. Wow, what a next level shot.
Gosh, how hard is that shot? Kind of falling away and to the right.
Just a 2-point Burlington lead. Oh boy, Labette County gets beat back and Navarro has his 6th point of the game.
Yeah, somebody out of position there by about 30 foot. Can't do that much.
Nolan Nash to drive. Jump stop and a kick. Bates, he'll drive. No look pass, Tucker Rush finishes. Kagan Bates with 2 Purdy assists tonight.
It's so important you have someone that can penetrate. That's what it does. It just creates angles and passes like that.
We did not see a play like that happen much on Tuesday against Indy.
Not at all.
2:50 first quarter. Grizzlies 9, Burlington 11. 3-point swish. Navarro
coming from their big out top, so that could be something to deal with right there.
He has 9 of their 14 points, and Burlington gets a steal. Bounce pass up ahead, right-hander, guess who? Navarro. He's got 11 early. Burlington's lead is 7. Timeout, Labette County, 30 seconds on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
(16-9). Labette County trails Burlington. They were hanging tough, and they still are, but Burlington, a little spurt to put them up by 7. Nolan Nash blocked at the rim by Talus Sharp, a sophomore.
I like that by Nolan. He's good at that drive. He gets up high. I'll take that.
Ball is in. Heston off the glass, scores it. Barrett's one of those kids where I feel like it should be a requirement that he shoot at least 3 times a quarter.
Well, and he got that off so quick. Caught it, shot it instantly, so there's no way they can block that.
Left wing 3 put up. Robinson, you bet.
Goodness. Right now they're 3 for 4 on 3-pointers if I have this down right.
19-11. Rush looking to make a move. Bates. Nash. Pick and roll Rush, fouled on the floor by Sharp, I believe, with 1 minute and 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. As no, they're gonna get Sean Motts on the foul. 3 Grizzlies come into the game. Zane Garton, Camden Good, and Kane Nash. The other 2 on the floor are Kagan Bates and Barrett Heston.
We're doing a pretty good job of trying to get the ball inside to Tucker Rush. He's had a nice game so far. So
Labette County throws the inbounds pass in deep, and they track it down in the backcourt. Barrett Heston breaks the timeline, switches hands right to left, settles into a jumper, barely missed it strong. Wildcats come down with the board.
Barrett once again penetrating and getting a little 4 to 6 foot shot inside. So not a bad shot, just not always easy when you're in motion like that.
Robinson throws off. Collins back inside. Sharp backing down. Nash scores.
That's a nice looking athlete right there too. I don't know how tall he is. 6'3", and it'd be hard to guard him backing down like that.
Burlington lost to Ottawa, who was the top seed or one of the top seeds in the state tournament last year. Ottawa was. Lost a few of their better players, but still a strong core came back for them. And the Cyclones beat these Wildcats on Tuesday in the high school gymnasium just across the way. Kagan Bates gets fouled and is going to shoot 2, but you can't imagine that. Sorry, I only talk whenever the opponent is shooting free throws.
Of course.
As Bates makes the first free throw. But you can't imagine that Burlington, Labette County as well, but Burlington was probably pretty upset losing in that first round, having to play in the middle school. So they're probably going to play with a fire under them tonight in front of a iffy home crowd a little bit.
Right. Yeah, and so far, Burlington has looked awfully good. They're a complete ball club, so Labette County down 8 here.
Bates makes both free throws. Indeed, an 8-point deficit, 21-13 for the Grizzlies. They trail. 58 seconds remain, opening quarter. So Labette County, up to this point, have given up 21 seconds through 21 points through 1 quarter of play. Sharp, he's kind of a load for us to handle. Colton Wiles going to foul Talus Sharp. Each team has 4 team fouls with 48 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to get the ball fed inside and trying to work one-on-one mismatches with us.
Navarro working and finishing.
Again, I don't know that was really bad defense. That was just a nice play inside there.
13 points for Navarro in 1 quarter of play, and it's not over. Kane Nash looking to switch hands on his man. Cut off. Picked his dribble up. Here's Camden Good on the kick out. Nash squares up a 3, had it blocked. Camden saves it. Colton Weil head on. Missed it and saved by Cam, but Burlington has it. Right to left. Cutting to the hoop and scoring on the backside is Collins, and Burlington with a 25-point first quarter. 1 second. Camden underneath, puts it up, blocked. Burlington got the best of Labette County, 25-13 in that first quarter. Trivia question for tonight is a little more simple than it was on Tuesday. Over the history of the Burlington tournament, dating back to 1994, there was 1 year in which both the Labette County girls and boys were the Burlington Tournament champions. So dating back to 1994, 1 year, both Grizzly girls and boys were Burlington champions. What year was that? Send your best guess to either Dad or I's cell phones if you have our number, or comment on YouTube. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Labette County with the basketball to start the second quarter, and a push and a foul on Talis Sharp for the Wildcats. We'll stop the clock barely into the second quarter. Grizzlies trail by 12.
Tell you, Burlington's defense is playing well too. I mean, they've got a really nice complete ball club here, so Grizzlies have their hands full right now.
Heston catches on a 3, misses it. Kane Nash soaring in, for the rebound and missed the putback. Burlington with the rebound.
Kane did a good job of timing that, just couldn't get the putback in.
Back down, Cheever missed the shot, bumped and fouled from behind is over. And they're going to pin the foul on Kagan Bates, his second personal. Over to throw it in. He'll throw it to Sharp. Cheever, right wing, in front of Labette County's coaching staff on the end of the bench. Collins given room on the 3 and makes Tucker Rush pay for it. Burlington playing loose, up by 15.
They sure are, shooting well and defending well, so Labette County just wanting to hang in here one possession at a time, trying to not let this game get out of control.
Kane Nash wants a 3, misses on it. Tucker Rush picks up the rebound, looks to score. Right hand hook misses.
Sometimes it's hard to get the engine started, you know, and get some momentum going your way. Right now, Burlington's got it.
What a tip by Collins. He couldn't rebound it, so he tipped it to Sharp, who missed the 3. It was rebounded by Labette County, and a quick foul on Burlington, I believe.
There's a technical on 23.
Oh, okay.
Something tells me this happens to him often because he wasn't even fazed by it. That's the second time earlier in the game he hooked down here. I commented on the ref saw a player away from the ball kind of aggressively foul. Same situation.
So it was a hook and hold, or emotional?
He had like an elbow across one of us, and just it wasn't just a foul. He lost his temper, but I mean, not too many players get a technical and then just kind of shrug it off and walk. So I think he's a super charged up, competitive fella who just can get a little heated a little quick.
Bates makes both of the technical free throws. And Labette County will have possession. The Grizzlies trail 28-15 after Bates made both free throws. That's the second personal foul on Collins. He has 7 points. Navarro has 13. 6:30 until halftime. Heston pops to the top but is denied the 3. Kane Nash, heart of the floor. Dribbles between his legs. Bates to get downhill, and a foul called on Motts. Not sure what more Motts is supposed to do there, to be honest with you. But I'm not complaining about the foul. Or they're going to get, I'm sorry, that was on Over. His first personal and the team's third, just a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Kagan doing a good job as always, trying to penetrate. Here's a set play.
Kane Nash swishes the three. Coach Argabright loves calling that double screen and bringing a shooter around it, catching and firing, and Kane Nash swished it.
Looked good for the second that left his hand.
Troy Over is going to make Labette County pay on the offensive end with a left-hand layup. Back up to a 12-point lead for Burlington. Colton Weil finds himself with the ball in the corner, rotates it to Bates. He'll fake left and go right. A no-look pass to Weil. Adjust, shoots, misses, gets his own rebound. Heston 5 feet away, gets it.
Nice job there. Weil does such a good job when he's down low and head faking and getting guys up in the air and stayed with it. So good finish there too by Heston.
Weil, nice defense. Over, another open layup, and he'll score on back-to-back possessions.
They're just doing a really good job as Burlington just kind of cutting to the ball through the lane, getting some really easy shots.
Timeout Burlington. They lead Labette County 31-20. We'll return to Burlington Middle School in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Five minutes to play until halftime. As they corrected the score on the board, it's Burlington leading by 12, not 11. So 32-20, the Wildcats lead. Here's Kagan Bates making a move inside and then tried to throw a globetrotter pass that went out of bounds and hit the wrestling mats on the wall. He made a nice dribble move and then made too nice of a pass. So the Wildcats have the ball and a 12-point lead here in their own tournament. They lost in the first round to Ottawa. Labette County lost in the first round to Independence. Ooh, bad pass here from Over, and Nolan Nash intercepts it and throws it up ahead. Bates had to sprint really quickly to track it down, but Labette County has the ball down 12.
Yeah, we need to string together a couple good possessions.
Heston for three, barely missed. Rebound Weil, outlet. Kane Nash missed on the three. Weil again on the board. His pass deflected, and this is going to be a big swing. Burlington scores on the other end. Felt like Labette County had a right to a basket there, and Burlington turned it into one of their own.
Yeah, some good action, good passes, and good hustle to get second shots.
Bates on the kick-out three ball, swish. Grizzlies trail by 11 after the Bates three.
Right now, Grizzlies are 2 for 4 from 3 points, so we're shooting 50% right now, a lot better than Tuesday.
Wildcats moving the ball well, but the layup is missed by Motts. Labette County, left to right, can get within single digits. Weil, Bates wants another in the corner and gets it.
Gosh, 3 for 5. Funny how these things come in bunches. Now it seems easy. The other night we couldn't buy one. So Grizzlies got a little momentum in their pocket right now.
3.5 minutes left in the first half. Grizzlies only down 8. A layup missed, more like a floater rather. Labette County looking to get out and run. Bates drives, beats his man at the hole. Layup good. Bates with 8 quick points for Labette County, who creeps within 6.
Just like that. Look at our leader down there clapping his hands, trying to get his team charged up.
Yeah, that's a foul. An and one on Burlington really throws a clog in the momentum there. Man, Grizzly Nation could really feel a comeback that still might happen, of course, but the and one was just such an unfortunate thing to happen there as Cheevers scored at the rim and was fouled by Barrett Heston. And so a 3-point play coming up for Maddox Cheever. A reminder of our trivia question. We'll give you the answer at halftime. The Burlington tournament dates back to the year 1994, and there was one year where the Labette County girls and boys were the tournament champions. What year was that when both Grizzly girls and boys won the Burlington tournament? Three-point play is converted by Cheever. If you think you might know the answer, text myself or Dad on our cell phones, or if you don't have our numbers, leave a comment on YouTube. And we'll give you the answer at halftime. Here's a foul on Burlington after Cheever converted the three-point play on this end. And the foul is on Cheever, his first. So the Grizzlies trail 37-28 with 2:45 left in the half. Another three-point design, Nolan Nash, rainbow, finds the pot of gold. 3 points for Nolan Nash.
Grizzlies are 4 out of 6 from 3 points and really feeling some action going here, so try to run with it. You got to have a good defense here, though.
Labette County back within 6, negated the and one a couple possessions ago for Burlington. Here comes Over. He likes to get downhill. Going behind the back, between the legs, defended by Bates. Turnover Burlington off the fingertips of Cheever and out of bounds.
Yeah, Grizzlies cut it back down to 6. Got some stuff going our way. We're playing a little bit looser, and it's our ball. So
I failed to mention this a bit ago. When Barrett Heston fouled Maddox Cheever, something hit him in the ribs, it looks like, and he's on the bench in pain, holding his chest and his rib cage area. Barrett Heston on the bench in a little bit of pain. The Labette County within 6 and playing with some spunk. Nolan, quick catch three, good, and the foul! A 4-point play coming up for Nolan Nash. Labette County within 3 and maybe 2 if he gets the free throw to go.
5 out of 7 now from 3 points.
Man, I love that we're shooting threes.
Yeah.
I say that kind of jokingly because on Tuesday we shot 30 of them and only made 5. And like Coach Argerbright said, he said, well, if we would have made 10 of these, we'd be talking about how good the offense is. And he's so right.
Yes.
He's so right about how fans are, and he's so right. Nash misses the free throw. Burlington answers with a 3 of their own. I believe that's a bench player who came in for them. I'm trying to catch the young man's number here who made it. Is that number 0, I think, Jonathan? Thank you. I'll get it in a moment. Wild drives. Could have shot it, but passed it to Good. He's scrambling. Ball on the deck, and a jump will give it to Burlington. Colton should have shot that. He would have drawn a foul if he didn't make it. It was Caleb Burke, the sophomore, on the 3 for Burlington.
Yeah, and that's what good teams do. You know, when they feel another team kind of coming in or, making a move, they settle that. So you got to credit Burlington for making a big shot when they needed it.
1 minute, 20 seconds until halftime. Labette County trails 40-34. And they've really played well. This is a really high-scoring game.
Yes.
Burke, the sophomore, drives and loses it. Kane Nash tries to go behind the back. What a bounce pass to Bates! And Kagan missed the layup. Kane Nash with a beautiful left-hand bounce pass the length of the court, but Bates couldn't finish. Big moment there.
Gosh, that was a pretty pass, so just good hustle, good effort.
Another 3 for Burke. Swish. Pounds his chest and screams, let's go. Burlington back up 9.
Yeah, it doesn't take much when you're hitting 3-pointers like that, so just have to defend every single play in this game. You can't let up.
25 seconds to go in the half. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Labette County adjusting. Kane Nash in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Picked his dribble up and finds Kagan Bates. He'll drive. Awkward bounce pass. Poor possession. Grizzlies turn it over. 9 seconds on the clock. Over at the basket scores. Really bad finish to the half for Labette County, but they can still make a shot here. Camden Good drives. No whistle. Oh, man. It would have been great if they called a blocking foul there. Camden would have shot free throws. But Labette County, who was down 4 not long ago, I think.
Yeah, close.
Burlington got it back to 11 at halftime off of 2 threes from Caleb Burke, the sophomore, and a layup from Troy Over. 45-34, the halftime score, Burlington in front. Last call for the trivia question. I'll say it again. Dating back to 1994 is how long this tournament has existed, and one of those years, Labette County girls and boys both won the tournament. What year was that? Do you have a concern? You look confused.
Well, we got no. I'm going off this booklet here, so no.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to address your facial expressions there for a second. So send in if you know the year in the Burlington tournament where both the Grizzly girls and boys were the tournament champions. Let us know on text message or the comments on YouTube. Let's step aside for 5 minutes and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. We'll go ahead and name off. We had 2 winners of tonight's trivia question. So the question was, in what year did both the Grizzly girls and boys programs in the same year win the Burlington tournament? It's only happened once over the history of the tournament. We had 2 people get it correct. Both Gina Burnett and Jasmine Perez guessed the correct answer, which was the year 2003.
Yep.
So the year 2003 was when the girls and boys for the Grizzlies both won the tournament. I don't obviously really recall who might have been on those teams, but
I'm sure I watched them. I just can't say them right now, but I think the girls have won it 8 or 9 times, and the boys have won them. I mean, I could count here, but yeah, for them to share that same year is really cool. And appreciate the other people that texted in guesses. I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, it might be something we kind of implement moving forward, kind of a trivia question just for Grizzly Nation to take part of. The Grizzly girls have won it 8 times over the course of history, and the Grizzly boys have won it 4 times, with their most recent coming in 2022. Chase Carnahan, Eli Heston, Alex Meister, that group had a great run. They weren't supposed to win that tournament on paper, and they got a really nice a week here in Burlington and got that win back in 2022. So, yep, thanks for everyone who texted in. Your halftime score, Labette County 34, Burlington 45. It was a close game not long ago, and Burlington kind of busted the seam there in the last minute or so of the second quarter. Leading scorer for Labette County, Kagan Bates, had 12 with 2 made threes. Barrett Heston, Nolan Nash, and Kane Nash all had 6, and Tucker Rush had 4. The 4 main scorers for Burlington, Navarro had 13, all in the first quarter. Troy Over had 11, Collins had 7, and Burke came in and had 6 big points late in the second quarter on 2 made threes. At the end of the first quarter, it was Burlington 25, Labette County 13, and in the second quarter, Labette County outscored Burlington 21-20. High scoring game. Again, halftime, 45-34 Burlington. You have some 3-point statistics for us?
I do. Both teams made 5 out of 7. That's 71%. That's impressive for that first half. So a lot of fun there. I mean, Grizzlies, you know, as you mentioned, tighten this game up a little bit, and then Burlington, man, just bam, we look up and what, down 11. So Grizzlies just have to hang in there and kind of chip away, as we talk all the time about, one possession at a time, and just try to turn the tide here.
Is it your bedtime?
It is my bedtime, and I got to drive home. Why, you two?
No, Jonathan, you're not driving us home. No. Nope.
You answer trivia questions, I'll drive home.
45-34, again, your halftime score. Labette County and Burlington make their way back onto the floor. Thanks for staying up late with us, Grizzly Nation. Hopefully we have a good finish here. Labette County showed a lot of life, especially offensively. I mean, they're on pace to score right around 70 points, but Burlington putting it on the offensive end of the floor as well. Labette County starts with the basketball to begin the third quarter. Nolan Nash is going to drive and score with the right hand. Really nicely done by Nolan Nash, who has 8 points on the game now. Burlington in a half-court set. Motts pitches right side to Over. It's starters on the floor for both teams. Inside, Collins misses, went down and out the shot, and Heston coming right to left.
Yeah, good defense right there. One shot, our rebound, our possession. So let's chip away again right here with another good offensive possession and score.
Kane Nash wanted to shoot one of his famous jumpers but was cut off. He'll settle for a left wing 3 and miss it barely. Rebound Burlington. Cheever, nice Euro, and will score.
Yeah, Kagan cut through there and just about disrupted his stride enough to mess that layup up, but yeah, got it completed there. Nice, well done there by Burlington.
Bates. Backdoor Nash, beautiful. And a push foul called on Collins. Bates was kind of looking more towards like the three-point line. Nash backdoored, and Kagan threw kind of a no-look hook pass to him. That was pretty.
Yes, he sees the floor unlike anybody else. He's just tremendous at that.
Nash steps into a three ball. Oh boy! That would have counted at an arcade. That went down and out.
Yeah, that looked good from when it left his hand, but didn't go. Got to get a defense stop right here.
A drive and a finish. Collins making it look easy with length, speed, and his ability to get downhill.
Yeah, that did look easy, and it was too easy, actually, for him to drive through there without someone stepping up and stopping it.
Bates leans into his man and draws the foul. He's 4 for 4 on free throws. The Grizzlies only shot 6 free throws in the first half. Burlington only shot 3. So not too many of these moments did we have in the first half, but Kagan Bates finds himself at the free throw line, and you know you're playing the late game whenever a few young students, I'm assuming here at Burlington, walk into the gym selling hot dogs for $1.
Yeah.
You know you're getting the back end of the old Frankfurts whenever you see them waltz in.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Cardboard sign, and one of them's carrying a jug of ketchup and mustard, and the third one's got the dogs. All three of them.
I mean, I won't lie. I would take a couple hot dogs right now.
Take
Would
one?
you, Jonathan? He's in, yeah.
Bear will take one if you'll take it out.
Bates makes both free throws. We have entered the Sleepy Sillies here in Burlington. Hang with us, Grizzly Nation. Wildcats score at the rim. Man, they are just having their way in the paint. It was Cheever that time, and they go up 13. Oh, no. Grizzlies turn it over. Collins at the hole. Missed it. Tipped off the window. Cheever is there, imposing his will. Missing again. Rebound Hayden Weatherall, who just checked into the game.
Yeah, way to stay with it for the Grizzlies right there. We could ill afford to give up another 2 points right there.
Man, fellas, how did I miss this? Barrett Heston being helped off the floor into the lobby area by Coach Tucker. I completely missed Heston's injury right there.
I didn't see it either, and it must have happened when we were kind of visiting about the boys in here. We were just looking down. Gosh, that's concerning.
Absolutely. I completely missed Barrett Heston getting injured, but he is not in the gym and was helped out of here, so goodness. Best wishes for Barrett, certainly. We did have a foul on this end of the floor on Kane Nash, and so Burlington's got it back up 13. And our little right-hand layup is good, plus the foul on Labette County. Down 15, no Barrett Heston now. And going to the line is Motts to convert the three-point play.
Yeah, it just feels like Burlington right now is just feeling it, you know, when you kind of get to this flow of the game where things are just going your way and you're having fun and playing loose like we talked about earlier.
So there's just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, and the Grizzlies are down 15 with Motts at the line to try to make it 16, and he does with a high-arcing free throw. The starters' first points of the ball game. Here comes Nolan Nash throwing to Kagan Bates. He's done a nice job of catching the ball and trying to curl to the basket. Nolan on a backdoor, out to Kane for three. Missed it. Cooper Leonard saves it to Weatherall. Oh, Cooper Leonard, what an effort. Nolan Nash for three. No. And a foul staying here on Navarro. Cooper Leonard keeping the possession alive.
Yeah, Cooper always gives you 110%. And if he's out there for 1 minute, has to come back off the floor, he's always happy and excited to give you a good minute. You know, just a great attitude and such a hard worker.
Bates to inbound. It would be even better if we can get some points off of this possession. Nash to drive. Got his man on his hip. Now is cut off. Shoots a little jumper that misses. Burlington collects. Little right-hand layup. Misses. Rebound Weatherall. He'll find Bates.
Nice job there by Weatherall, getting some great rebounds, defense.
Bates turns it over. Wildcats left to right, and an offensive foul on them. As we pass the halfway mark in the third quarter, the Grizzlies are down by 16 points.
One of these captain obvious moments, but the Grizzlies have to kind of gather themselves here. I mean, it's daunting to look at a 16-point deficit and not feel a little panicky like you have to just hurry up and rush and score. I mean, we do have to stay efficient, but we just have to maintain one trip at a time.
Kane Nash looks to drive and scores it off the window. Really nicely done by Kane Nash. He's up to 8 points now.
Yeah, that was a strong move to the basket, so well done. So that's the start. Now we have to do the same thing on this end of the court too.
The Grizzlies scored a lot of points in little time in the first half, so they are capable, and they do get a stop, so step number 1 accomplished. Step number 2, score. Kane Nash looking to do so. 3, good. Timeout, Coach Argabright. And it'll be a full minute timeout here. Labette County gets within 11. We'll take it with them. A 1-minute break on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
The 5 on the floor for Labette County is Nolan Nash, Kane Nash, Hayden Weatherall, Kagan Bates, and Cooper Leonard. The Grizzlies down 11 after a 5-0 run with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Burlington with possession. Over for 3, misses, rebound Leonard. Cooper with a nice box out.
Very much so. Great defense that time, and Cooper Leonard, of course, being disciplined.
Boy, Kagan, all right, got the foul. Wasn't sure if the whistle was coming, but it came a little late. And Kagan Bates will shoot 2 free throws to try to get us within single digits.
Gosh, that would seem nice. Just saying the word down 9 versus 16 just sounds and feels so much lighter. So let's see if we can't get these one at a time here.
Bates' first free throw, yes. 7 for 7 from the line, Kagan Bates.
Our senior's been so solid in all facets, but man, his free throw shooting, especially when it matters most, has just been tremendous.
Makes this one as well. 16 points for Kagan Bates. Grizzlies down 9, 2:50 third quarter.
Getting some great play out of this rotation of boys right here.
Over, drives, kicks it, long 2, denied. Good defense by Labette. Over, right-hand layup, missed, but he's fouled. Seems like Burlington's got a couple and ones tonight. Fortunate that one didn't fall. But Over will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's pretty good defense there, and it's a really nice play. He's a nice player and kind of got downhill on us and had a sure lay-in, so that's not a bad foul.
He misses the first free throw. This is his first trip to the line. So there's always that thing, that voice in the back of your mind that is telling you he might miss whenever you see somebody hasn't shot free throws all game.
Right.
There's just something about it. First trip to the line and been playing all game. It can be hard to adjust. Makes the second free throw, though. And that makes it 55-45, an even 10-point lead for Burlington with 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Nash, a tough jumper, down, out, and back in. So Labette County over the last 2 possessions gets within a point closer. Burke, wide open three, misses, rebound, Sharp, put back in, and the foul.
Well, that's unfortunate there. Felt like he had a miss. We got out-rebounded a little over the back, and then the put back and the foul. That can kind of kill some momentum right there.
Coach Argerbright yelling at his boys to match up as they didn't get back and cover. Burke was sitting in the corner wide open, and that just kind of caused the chaos to benefit Burlington. Free throw missed by Sharp on the and one effort, so still a 10-point lead, and Labette County has possession.
See if we can settle in here. Last time down, Nolan took a confident early shot and cashed it in.
Man, what a drive by Nolan Nash. Missed the bunny, however. And Burlington comes down with the collection, and they're going to drive and kick. 3-point shot, Robinson, no. Put back missed, but another foul called on Labette County. Wow.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when the other team misses a shot and then they get the rebound, you know, and the put back with the foul. That's just, you always just assume in your mind you want to get the defensive rebound, you know, and so for the other team to do that, it's punishing.
It's Collins at the line. He's successful on his first free throw attempt. Weil and Weatherall back in for Labette County. $10 points on the evening for Collins. The second free throw is good as well for him.
Well, yeah, the Grizzlies knew. I mean, coming back from 16 down, it's not just a smooth comeback ever. It's a battle to cut it to 9 or 10, and then you got to withstand 3 or 4. Then you try to cut it, you know, you just have to continue to fight back. It's exhausting, but that's what it takes.
Grizzlies trail by 12. Jet Stig in the game for Labette County, first time this tournament. Jet running around. Nolan has it, though. Here's Rush. Left block, looking to score. Right hand hook is good. I love that he looked to score and got it done.
Yeah, sure enough. And Nolan continues to play really good, too, penetrating and kind of cutting like he's done in the past. So some good action down there offensively.
Another foul called on Labette County. Sharp. Man, he is tall, and he's hard for us to guard. Yeah. We're kind of playing wraparound defense and got called for a foul. That's our 5th team foul, and the 4th. Well, that can't be on number 4 because Kagan Bates is on the bench. So we'll see if they correct it. There we go. First personal foul on Jet Stig, and Sharp is at the line to shoot a pair.
Got Sharp listed at 6'3". He seems taller than that, but yeah, he's been a nice player, and he came off the bench even, so.
First free throw short, no good for him. I saw Barrett Heston down here to my left in the exit doors poke his head in and look at the scoreboard. And so it's nice to see he's up and moving and still here.
Yes.
And, wasn't, taken somewhere. I didn't know what happened. And so definitely nice to see Barrett, here and walking and alert. I don't know what happened. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's behind the bench. Okay, there we go. He's behind the bench in the bleachers.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Sharp split the pair of free throws. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Grizzlies down 11. Stig throws to Kane Nash. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Kane picks his dribble up and finds Nolan. These two kind of manning the ship. Kagan Bates on the bench. 4-second shot clock. Nolan drives, had it stripped. Burke steal. Burlington left to right. Long pass, another. Cheever at the rim. Back out. a drive, and a floater good from Sean Motts.
Yeah, that was just two good possessions by Burlington. They had our number defensively, and then they came down here and scored, so credit to them for that.
Another turnover for Labette County. This quarter is ending a lot like the second quarter. 12 seconds left. Oh boy, Motts for three. No. Rebound Weatherall. Grizzlies, they can score here. 5 seconds. Nash crosses half court. 3 seconds. Skip pass to Stig. Good look at three and missed it short at the buzzer. Through 3 quarters, Labette County trails Burlington 62-49. 1 minute timeout here on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Burlington claims possession number 1 to begin the 4th quarter of play. They're going to go into Cheever, who's working on Garton, and he'll score with the right hand. They've got a few different players that are real similar in physique and offensive ability on the block.
Yeah, they sure do. Burlington's got some nice players. They're playing well tonight. Labette County's played well in spurts, too. And going to have to really put it together here.
Kane Nash misses with the left hand, long pass to Burke. The sophomore misses, but he's fouled. And 2 free throws for Burke.
I feel like Zane handled that well down there. I mean, he got called for the foul, and it probably was, but he didn't swipe at it. He just kind of went straight up and just kind of bodied him just a little bit. Sometimes you can get away with that.
Burke, an impressive underclassman, converts on the first free throw attempt. His 2 threes that he hit late in the second quarter before halftime were huge for the Wildcats because Labette County had gotten within 4, and then they went up 11 at halftime, which just hurt. Burke makes both free throws, and they are up 17 points. Doesn't quite feel like it got there already, but the deficit is at 17.
I know it doesn't take long to kind of run together 2 or 3 runs here and there.
Tucker Rush misses on a right-hand hook. Maddox Dewey in the game for Labette County as well. Both Nolan Nash and Kagan Bates are on the bench. Collins makes a layup. Coach Argabright calls a timeout. We would like to thank a few sponsors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op, as well as Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, the Unified School District of USD 506, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Idea Tech, and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services, and invite you to stay tuned for our Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. And Labette County, win or lose this game, will play tomorrow. The Grizzly ladies earlier this evening got a nice win over Sabetha, and will play Ottawa tomorrow at 6:40 p.m. here in the middle school. And so Not entirely sure if we will hear from Coach Argabright post-game or not, simply because it will be so late into the night, and we will see him tomorrow. So I'll try to kind of make eye contact with him before he goes to the locker room and see where we're at with that. Labette County made a couple substitutions as play resumes here. Kagan Bates back in. He's going to drive, adjust, put one up. Miraculous. How did he get that to go?
No idea how he contorts his body like that inside there with the trees, but that is just, that's him. That's his play right there, his style.
Cooper Leonard alongside Bates on the floor with Camden Good, Nolan Nash, and Hayden Weatherall. And Sharp is going to score inside again. Defending the paint has been something Labette County has gotten exposed in a few times in some of their losses. Weatherall misses on a three, gets a rebound back, misses another three. Ball on the deck, fought for, and coming away with it is over for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I feel like we're hustling here. We're just kind of getting beat to the punch some here. And Burlington's just, we've all been there or seen our teams there. They're just really in the flow right now. Things are going their way.
Burke with an and one, and they lead by 21 points with 6 minutes left. There have been a lot of and ones in this game, it seems like. Burke converts the three-point play. 5:55, fourth quarter. Grizzlies down big with the ball. Bates has had a big night, fouled at the rim, and a pair for the senior at the charity stripe.
Well, he's doing what you have to do when you're down big numbers. You know, you have to either shoot the ball quick or attack the rim.
Someone tonight Labette County has been without is Carson Lamb. I don't know if Argabright's just changing who suits up or if there was something there as far as an ailment for Lamb, but I know that Carson's a big part of this team, so I can't imagine it was his ankle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He rolled it a week or so ago. He's in a boot right now, and it was pretty bad, so we'll see. But, yeah, he's a major player, too.
Oh, yeah.
In our rotation, so.
Did he make both those?
He made the second one.
Okay, thanks. It's 10 o'clock, all right? You can only ask so much of me. Bates splits the pair of free throws, and Sharp scores at the other end. And Labette County's down 23 points with 5:30 left in the game. Bates hit real hard, and Burke goes to give him a high five. Kagan earning Burlington's respect here tonight. He's playing hard.
Yeah, he normally does. And, again, I mean, the game's going to kind of drag here because every possession is a bit of a foul, but if you're going to fight your way back in, you've got to attack like this. But we're going to have to defend better. Right now, Burlington's, you can't just trade punches with them.
First free throw good for Bates. The way the refs have began this fourth quarter, now they've basically made it to where they kind of have to call fouls when there's contact, or else they're not meeting the standard that they've set. So this could be a long 5.5 minutes, depending on how things flow. Hayden Weatherall getting good minutes here in Burlington. He's just a junior. Tucker Rush defends Sharp. They throw into Cheever, defended by Weil. Right-hand shot, good, and another and one for Cheever, his second and one of the game. Been numerous of those. Colton Weil on the foul, and we've just had a hard time man-on-man with them down low.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of backing us down and, you know, kind of doing a pivot or spin, whatever. I don't know that was necessarily bad defense. That was just a nice play and kissed it off the backboard just right, so.
Cheever swishes the free throw. Colton Weil was subbed out by Coach Argabright, and Coach Argabright used Coach Tucker as kind of a dummy as an example.
Yeah.
I didn't want to call Coach Tucker a dummy, but that's not what I was doing. I couldn't. An example. I didn't know what else to say there. Bates misses on a three and got fouled, and he'll shoot 3 free throws. But Argabright was basically coaching Weil of how to better defend Cheever the next time he's in the ball game. Sorry, Coach Tuck. Nothing personal. First free throw good from Kagan Bates, who has shot a lot of free throws tonight and has only missed one. He has shot 13 free throws and has made 12 of them.
That's pretty solid. And you're scoring when the clock's not running. So.
Second free throw is good as well for Bates. So Labette County trails 78-56 with 5 minutes to play. Man, Burlington with nearly 80 points in the game, which is high now.
Yeah.
And they still have 5 minutes to add to it. Bates swishes all 3 free throws. What a job by him this evening.
Yeah, this group never gives up, so you'll see they're hard on display these last 5 minutes.
24 points for Kagan Bates tonight. Collins with the basketball, has a little lane and lays it in.
He's a nice little player, but that just seemed too easy to me against our group. I mean, we're good defenders, and that time that just seemed too simple.
Nash misses on a long 2. Here comes Burlington left to right. Burke back out. Cheever catch and shoot 3 is swished. And I think I'm kind of I know Ottawa's a good team, obviously, to beat Burlington. And I'm starting to see why Burlington was the 1 seed in this tournament and only lost 1 game all year. Bates gets a little floater to go. And he's up to 26 points on the game. Cheever drives, blocked by Rush, but they call a foul. And so Cheever will shoot 2 more free throws as the game lumbers on.
Yeah, Coach Argenbrett's kind of got his arms crossed. You know, what do you say, you know? You try to keep coaching all the way through, but there's only so much you can say at times. And, you know, Burlington's a nice team, playing well, shooting well, and it's just hard to maintain your focus and your drive sometimes. It's easy sometimes to get a little flat in moments when games get like this, so got to credit the effort, though.
So Labette County trails 83-59 with 4 minutes left in the game. Should they go on to lose this one, they will play tomorrow at 5 against Girard.
Okay.
So a fun matchup against a local team should the loss take place over the next 4 minutes. Burlington, another missed free throw by Cheever, but they get the rebound, and a long 3 by Cheever barely misses. Hung in suspense for a second, and you could hear the Burlington fans all exhale when it rimmed off.
Well, that's where you get when you're playing so good. The fans even expect shots to go down. That's just how it goes.
Tucker Rush playing so hard. Gonna get called for a foul here. Had a nice hook attempt but missed it, and then dove for the ball, and a foul called on him, and that's the 5th team foul on Labette County. 2 free throws for Burlington here with 3:40 to go.
Well, and at times as the game gets like this too, it sometimes the league can get extended even more and make the game even look a little worse than it really was. So.
First free throw good from Collins. As the game, so Sabetha boys are in the championship game for tomorrow, and Ottawa is playing Independence in the boys game in the high school as we speak. I'm trying to get an update on that. Second free throw missed by Collins, and a foul going the other way on Burlington. So, yeah, this is a good tournament.
Yeah.
A loaded slate for both the girls and the boys.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to get out of the league play and play some teams you don't see and some styles you don't see. Even if you get beat, I mean, you can use it to build on.
Hayden Weatherall whips it inside to Bates, who tried a fancy pass to Leonard, falls on the deck, picks the ball up, and then his pass is intercepted by the Wildcats, but Nolan Nash with a nice play and gets up there and lays it in.
Yeah, great effort there by Cooper Leonard, Nolan Nash, the whole crew. So, you know, regardless of the score, let's just play hard till the buzzer rings here.
3 minutes to play in the game. Burlington leads 84-61. Motts drives, has it stripped and stolen by Kane Nash. And Labette County trying to go on a little run. Nolan Nolan Nash gets that off to a 4-0 run. Credit him for all 4 points.
Yeah, Nolan again had a really nice game in my opinion. I like to see him penetrating more and taking more of that guard role.
Burlington's really played at a fast pace tonight as well. And here's a foul going the other way on Navarro on his missed shot. And so that might be 2 free throws for Labette County at this end. It will be, as they trail by 21 with 2.5 minutes left. I got word the Ottawa boys defeated the Independence boys by 22 points this evening. And so, well,
yeah,
Ottawa's good again.
Yeah.
They were the favorite to win the state tournament last year and got upset in the first round by McPherson, I believe, who went on to win it. And Ottawa barreling through the Burlington tournament. So for the championship in the boys tomorrow, as if I failed to mention, Hayden Weatherall missed the first free throw, it's Ottawa and Sabetha on the boys championship side. And Weatherall's second free throw is good.
Well, the Grizzlies continue to really play hard here. Had some things go their way the last 30 seconds and just doing their best to try to win a ball game.
Against a good Burlington team that
Yes.
coming off of a loss they maybe feel like they could have had, and another and one here for Collins. And I think whoever was guarding him kind of just turned their back to try to avoid the foul and just kind of let him have it. And they still called it with 2 minutes to play.
Would have been a good no call,
Yeah.
really.
Collins finishes the three-point play. So the Grizzlies will play Girard tomorrow at 5 in the middle school, and the Lady Grizzlies will follow with Ottawa at 6:40. Kagan Bates fighting hard, and a foul on the Wildcats as a result of Bates' valiant effort, and he will go to the free throw line for the 100th time tonight.
Yep. Staying scrappy, trying to create turnovers and loose balls, and he gets it done.
His first free throw is in. .27 points for Bates, looking for point number 28 here. Free throw on the way and good. Man, we could talk about anything we want to while he shoots free throws, because we know they're going to go in.
Yeah, he does too. That's part of the reason they do.
What a great free throw shooter he is. We'll get that statistic for you in the postgame show. Minute 50 remains in the game, 87-66, Burlington in front.
And a foul.
And a foul on Zane Garton, and that'll give Burlington 2 free throws. A few fans kind of looking around thinking, all right, let this go. It's Motts at the line shooting 2. First free throw is good. So Kagan Bates has shot 17 free throws and has made 16 of them.
17. Wow, and made 16. Crunch those numbers for percentages.
Second free throw missed. Oh my goodness. Second free throw was missed. Sharp got the rebound, put back good, plus the foul. And so another and one for Burlington. With a minute 43 left, Burlington with 90 points on the game. Labette County sitting at 66 right now, which isn't a poor offensive night. But man, Burlington just imposed their will inside and hit some threes to go on top of it. Sharp converts the three-point effort. They've had multiple guys score in double figures. Just a tough night to play the Burlington Wildcats.
Yeah, at home after a loss. Yeah, I agree.
Stripping a steal here by Motts. Over or under 4 more whistles in the next minute and a half. There's one. There's one.
Take the over.
All right, you're going to go over. Jonathan going under. So there's one. All right. It was a foul on Weatherall. And that's his third. But I'll tell you, Hayden is a good athlete, and he's got one of the higher verticals of some of the kids I know
absolutely.
at the high school. His vertical is outrageously good. First free throw falls in for Motts. And Jet Stig and Colton Weil in the ball game, so a lot of these guys getting some good run. And this Grizzly team isn't going to take many steps back, if at all, in the next coming years. I mean, we've got a nice team this year. But just I love the youth that we have.
Sure.
And
yeah, nice mix of.
we're seeing a lot of them tonight, is why I'm saying that. Second free throw, good for Motts as well. Good to see Barrett Heston sitting on the bench with his teammates. He got hurt earlier in the ball game. Still don't really have information on that. Kane Nash puts a three up and misses it. Rebound is fought for. Camden Good misses, but he's fouled. So there's 2 whistles with still 1:10 to go in the game.
In some ways, I think Burlington's expecting us just to quit. It's just not in our DNA just to start walking the ball up and passing it around. So
first free throw good for Camden. Maddox Dewey and Cooper Leonard in for Labette County. So it's Jet Stig, Camden Good, Cooper Leonard, Maddox Dewey, and Zane Garten in the game. Second free throw for Camden, up and off the mark. So he will split the pair of free throws there. Just over a minute to go. Labette County down 93-67 to one-seeded Burlington. It will be Girard for Labette County tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the middle school. Burke open for 3, missed it. Rebound Zane Garten with 50 seconds remaining. Stig drives, Dewey head on 3, missed off the heel. Rebound Good underneath. Leonard goes up and gets it to go.
nice job there by Cooper Leonard, and as hard as he works, I like to see him get that opportunity and put that in.
So 25 seconds to play in the game. Cooper Leonard gets his first bucket of the contest. He's a good player for us as well. Burlington just pitching the ball around, 12 seconds left. 3-point shot by Sharp, off the mark. Rebound Stig, right to left goes Jet. Bounce pass Leonard, he'll head fake. And a foul called on Burlington. So we are at 3 whistles since the 1.5-minute mark.
Yeah.
And the over or under was 4. Jonathan winning as of now. You said the under, right?
Another good hustle there by Cooper. Good pass, too. I forgot who passed that down.
Leonard's first free throw is good. So Labette County crests the 70-point mark, which again is good. But Burlington, as Cooper makes the second as well, scored 93 points tonight. So the buzzer will sound. Labette County falls 93-71 to one-seed Burlington. So one more time, tomorrow looks like this. It is the Labette County boys starting the day for us tomorrow at 5 o'clock against Girard. And then the Lady Grizzlies will follow whenever the boys game is over around 6:45 p.m. against the Ottawa Cyclones. Let's step aside for 2 minutes and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. I did kind of catch Coach Argabright. We're going to wait and chat tomorrow after their game against Girard at 5 o'clock is when the game starts, and so it's a late night, and so we're going to catch up with Coach Argabright at the conclusion of their game tomorrow. Final score, Burlington 93, Labette County 71. The Grizzlies, again, will play against Girard at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Lady Grizzlies will play against Ottawa at the conclusion of that one. So the Grizzly boys fall to 0-2 in the tournament and 7-5 on the season. Tough night to play the Burlington Wildcats. And Ottawa is obviously killer as well. Tough tournament. I would put us up against anyone, but Burlington tonight really played sharp.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's evident that they probably play pretty sharp most every night, but you're right. To play them here, to play them wounded, where they lost a game as a number 1 seed at their home court, and then over here playing in their junior high, I'm sure they had some incentive and a chip on their shoulder, but a nice team too. I mean, some great players and consistent depth, and so there were times I felt early we looked flat to me, but maybe Burlington's play had a lot to do with that. But then we showed some really good moments of momentum. We just couldn't sustain it. And if you let down for just 2, 3, 4 possessions at all, Burlington's going to put it on you. And then you can tack on 8, 9, 10 points just like that. So, hey, just one of those nights. I feel like we gave effort, shot to 3 much better tonight, but yeah, just couldn't slow down the juggernaut offense of Burlington.
Leading scorer for Labette County, Kagan Bates with 28 points, Nolan Nash with 14, and Kane Nash with 11. A really healthy trio right there. And Barrett Heston, who had a great first half with 6 points, went out with an injury and did not return. Have no details on that at all. But he really seemed like he was going to get a good game going. Kagan Bates had most of his points at the free throw line. He had 28 points and only made 5 field goals, and I'm not discrediting his 28 points because getting to the line can be hard to do, but Kagan Bates has had a good Burlington tournament this week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just plays his typical hard-nosed competitive basketball. He takes it to the rim against anybody, and tonight was able to generate enough fouls through that process of just finding ways to get there and get the shot off. So, and when he doesn't get the shot off is when he does those amazing passes to Tucker Rush or anyone else that's, in looking distance. Our boys know when Kagan goes to the hole, you better have your head on a swivel because the pass might be coming to you. So, yeah, tremendous effort there out of all the boys. But, yeah, Kagan had a really nice game tonight.
I was trying to do some addition here as far as the free throw numbers are concerned, and from what I see here, each team shot 25 free throws tonight. So there were 50 free throws shot in full. Labette County went 20 for 25 from the line, which is really good.
Yes, it is.
And Burlington went 18 for 25. So we didn't gain a whole lot of ground there, but there were a lot of free throws shot in the fourth quarter. 29 of the 50 free throws shot tonight were in the fourth quarter from these teams combined. At halftime, the score was Labette County 34, Burlington 45, and a big turning moment. I know it's late. We need to head out, I know, but a big turning point in the game was right before halftime when Labette County was breathing down their neck and Burlington stretched it to 11 in the final couple minutes, and that just really made things not feel right.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. That I don't know why it is, but the team that goes into the locker room at half, hitting that last buck, whoever has things going their way, it's almost like it just carries out of the locker room into the third quarter. And so, yeah, instead of us going into the locker room feeling good and that we closed the gap, well, now all of a sudden it's back to 11. That feels like a heavy load to try to fight, starting the third quarter.
In the finals for the girls bracket, tomorrow fighting for the championship in the girls is Silver Lake and Burlington, and in the boys' side it is Ottawa and Sabetha for the championship. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. A big thank you to Joel, our board operator back at the station, KLKC in Parsons. And for Jack Leake Jr. and Jonathan Dusher, I'm Jack Leake III saying so long from Burlington. We'll talk to you tomorrow around 5 o'clock with the Tank Connection pregame